And we're going live, and you're live, and you're alive, and it's a good day to be alive. That's why we're going live. We're just gearing up here. We're getting ready to do the program. We're going to see if anybody joins in. If not, if you're tuning into this at a future, for people watching later, hi Afra. For people watching later, we'll cover the legends portion of the program first. I'm well, thank you, Afra. Thank you for being on this program today. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. I wish you the best in all things. I think that's the best way I can say it. I've been ingrained. If you watch me for a while, you're like, why do you say that all the time, right? Hi, Shine Bright. I'm well, thank you. I'm well, thanks. Welcome to the program. It's the Legends of Tarot for Thursday, April 25th. And we got a little in the way of legends. Of course, we'll give the birthday shares if anyone's got a birthday. Here we're live in the Taurus season. You can always ask Afra, but we are going to do the portion of the program that's dedicated to people listening later for the daily reading. It's happening late. So if you're out late and the stars are shining, or maybe you got a red-eyed flight, or you're up late at night, maybe this is just some chill daily cards for you, right? Because most of the day is already, for where I'm at, anyways. I'm a little bit later in the day. So, hi Brianna, welcome to the program. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. All right, I'm going to spend a minute to connect with the day, connect with the cards. We're going to lay out the cards for the daily reading, and then if any of you guys want to do play with some tarot and ask some questions, we're definitely going to do that a little bit later in the program too. Regular video is about 5-6 minutes away. Okay, for all that fun. For those of you watching later, these are the cards. These are the tarot cards, the Mystic Dreamers Tarot deck. There's the Empress. She was on the bottom. Say hi. Look at the deck. Say hello to the deck. It's a very beautiful deck. I'm thankful to whoever created it. I still have the box somewhere in the closet, but it's beautiful. I can't remember off the top of my head the creator's name, but that's not important. It was maybe created with that intention in mind, like, connect with the cards, not so much the reader, even me, when you're watching me, connect with the cards. Just let me babble and let your thoughts go. Let them flow, right? Let it go. Let it flow. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of water, just like a couple deep breaths, and we'll get some cards out for today. Now, there's not much going on in the way of legend, but there's a remembrance that I want to send out today. All right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here. Hi, Brianna. We just got started. Hi, Shine Bright. I'm well, thank you. How are you? How are you doing? Yeah, I will always engage with you guys in the chat. It's sometimes when there gets to be too many people, or I'm really focused in on the cards, I break away without giving you viewers notice, and I'm sorry for that. It's just the way it goes with the folks in intention. I love you for being here. Let's share the benevolence, the love, right? The prosperity, the joy, the bliss outness of chilling. Just chilling and spit a little bit of tarot today. Okay? Straight up. We talked, there's that big Saturn Pluto moon alignment with Pluto about to go retrograde. So we talked a lot about that on yesterday's program. So for that, we know what it's all about. If you're tired, that's cool. You can really sort of kind of dabble in and out of the subconscious if you really get practiced at it, Shine Bright, and you probably already are. Probably preaching to the choir, but whatever you're vibing with, whatever feels cool, it's about what we allow. And the things that we allow, as long as we don't feel guilty for them in any way, then we allow them, right? Towards others. The backbone of all religions is that, hello, beautiful person, namaste. I acknowledge the spirit in you. Why would ever I harm it if I see it in spirit, right? That kind of thing. And love is a tricky game. They say rock and roll is a vicious game. Love is tricky. A lot of people here checking out live tarot always have checked out tarot traditionally for love answers, right? Even in the romance of the the late 90s with Miss Cleo. Dial 1-900, $4.99 a minute. Kind of, that's how much the tributes were back then for that kind of stuff. It was kind of wild. And that's how long I've been doing it since. I've been around for a while, but I've done other stuff. Like I got other hobbies and things I do too. But I'm just here because I want to be here. All right. Enough about me, more about the day. Okay. Hi, everyone. Isn't it funny how it goes that way? Conversation, especially like, I don't know. All good though. We're all here. And these are the cards for today. All right. 3 of Swords. Yeah, we were being affected today by the energies, by that Pluto station. And whichever way it presented yourself in your life, some of you may have found points of frustration throughout the day. Tough to get the heart energy going, but it was weird as the day goes by, or the day that went by. I feel the heart energy lifted. It opened up, right? So it's interesting. I don't normally read. I used to read a day ahead of time for these readings. Be careful. Be careful through the evening hours. I hope nobody's here trying to worry, or if they've really got something stuck and require readings and stuff like that. Let's all huddle together as a tribe, whether 2 or 3 or more of us present. Send our loving vibes and our empathy out to that whoever is affected, and that kind of thing. Kind of like hug them and take care of them if they're feeling really low or really down. In my deck, or in this deck, sorry, get all possessive over it. It's a manifest card. Look, it's a 3 of Swords, but look how down they are. They're really down. But that's the bummer, right? The contributing factor to today. It was the gatekeeper of time, space, darkness, and the underworld. Pluto was aligned with the moon while it was stationed. A weird, crazy energy. It was a weird, crazy day, I think. And especially if you're out there, to stay positive. Yeah, it was tough. Hey, people were frustrated, and it was like it would have seemed weird because some of you may have found people that you were least likely to engage in that amount of conversation with, and it was actually happening. It was actually flowing. That was a weird little station, and it'll be interesting when it comes back straight again to see where it was. Hi, Ian. Thanks for being on the program. Okay, the Emperor reverse. So yeah, some people could feel a loss of control, or out of control, or an inability to control a situation, to bring about maybe a responsibility that was due in by the end of the day in regards to work life management, things of that nature. It's almost like there were certain bridges that couldn't be crossed. Maybe it was just due to time, space, and distance, or just a lack of knowledge, a lack of information going on as well, right? Like who's really steering the boat here? Who's really steering the ship? It's kind of what we want to know, right? Also on the day-to-day, 5 of Wands. Yeah, it could have been tumultuous. There could have been even, I want to say, like different alliances formed in terms of like who you spent your time with or where you were. It was like you might have discovered somebody in something in somebody else today that it really brought out the best in you. At the same time, it increased your tolerance, and you realize, like, when you see the limitless, when you're seeing into spirit, it's like, sometimes we look past our differences. We look a little deeper when we have to spend a little time with that person. It's like you realize, hey, okay is actually really not that bad, and really not that bad is actually pretty good, right? And so it's like you may have learned something about yourself and another person that you normally wouldn't have learned about today. Really interesting energies with that Pluto station. Okay. Queen of Swords, come down and dance, right? Some people were like, I think it was like everybody stayed positive. Like who's that said, shine bright. Like you try to stay positive today. And I think a lot of people did, because, now you have a certain number of us who are feeling awoke, or at least in the awakening process, who bring balance and harmony into those environments, no matter what your sign, right? And through staying positive on a mental wavelength, shine bright. That's absolutely what it is. You probably created, a good amount of collective consciousness through the, you say you attempted it, but you by attempting it, you were focused on it. If you're focused on it, that means in part you actually did it. You were able to stay positive today, right? Just in how it comes across. So that was the day's cards, everyone. That was just today's cards. We're a small little tribe over here, and thank you, everyone that has joined the program on the Legends of Tarot. Mohammed Yunez, hello, how are you? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you for coming. Yeah, no pun intended, but please do your thing. Do you, right? It's about it, right? Especially if you can't be with the one you love. Then let the one you love live within yourself, go within to find them, and then you find both of you, and then you can at least be happy, and you probably end up attracting that person back into your atmosphere, right, for love. Can I read for you today? Yeah, sure, Ayun. Thank you for being here so early. Thanks to you guys who got here early and are going to stick around for a bit. We will definitely, I think I'm going to mount fresh the list unless anyone appears and asks that I have logged in from way back, then I might just let them jump in there. I'm sure you guys are all cool with that. We try to keep it as real and as noble as we can. And on that note, I just have to grab my list. I think I left it in the Zen garden, and it's just over there. So I got to grab it, and then we can get into it. I might need a fresh page. So many people have shown up and asked for a bonus mini reading, and it's a bonus because it's happening, right? That's why it's a bonus. Thank you for spending your time here. All righty. Oh, I could play some. I'm just going to play a little bit of music while I get ready. I learned this from a guru empath. He's so awesome. They call him TL. It's pretty cool. You probably heard of him. If you're in the tarot circles, you probably heard of him. Hopefully the video and the audio quality is really good on this. I'm kind of like, okay. We need some volume here. Some of you might recognize this song. It's funky. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Hers and his, three's company too. We had that Three of Swords off for the day. Remember this song? Jack Tripper lived with two beautiful women in a condo in Los Angeles, but the downstairs neighbor was homophobic. And this all was filmed like in the late 70s, early 80s. It was just a gong show, a lark, and an incredible laugh. Okay, right? That's what it was about. It's funky. I like it. Okay, let me check the list from yesterday, and we'll see what's going on. Yeah, nobody here right now that was here last night when we had to end. So I think we'll go ahead and see where that Ayun. I want to see how long it's been since we. Oh yeah, you were wait. Yeah, you're due up for sure. And Afra, yeah, you're due up as well. I think. Shine Bright, do you want to be on the list? Thanks for joining me here. If you were here once before and I was reading cards and it was in and out, I'm sorry if I don't recall the first encounter. But if you're brand new or relatively brand new, thank you for sticking around. We're a neat little tribe over here. We get the tarot readings done. These guys put me to work. They keep me working. Yasmin does too. Yeah. I think you put you on the list yesterday. Yasmin, were we there? Where were we with that? Let me check for you real quick. Yeah, you're due up as well. You were back there with Ayun, so that's good. All right. I'm Brianna 1111. Do you remember that show, Brianna? Yeah, that show is so funny. As what's his name? John Ritter as Jack Tripper, and he'd always come stumbling through the kitchen door. He'd be like all out of control, all gangly mangly and nimbly bimbly. He just like had no coordination, and his downstairs neighbor was like what would they have called him? He was pimped out all the time, all day pimped out. Right? Sabrina, when I get married. Ding ding ding, a ring a ding ding, Mr. Burns. All right, we'll just get a couple names down maybe and keep going. I'm just going to take a few notes, and then when we get through 10 or 15 minutes, we'll just take a quick roll call and see where we're at. And for sure, I've got 5 names down here for now, and I think that's kind of the size of the group we're hanging out with. And I really appreciate the fact that we're kind of a little bit in the shadows, but everybody's welcome here. Come on into the chat. If I can get some time to say hi to all of you, I will, but I'm going to start pulling some cards here for the people. And if your name's on the list and you just got here, My recommendation is you can get a little bit of tarot out because the daily portion, the daily cards, were already up. So I think you can just go back and rewind it. And there's a one reading that we already did back there while people were joining in and we were listening to the Three's Company theme song. It's cool. I don't have a romance for it like I did in the WKRP in Cincinnati. It was so funny without knowing and without being able to see or predict it. When I did the research for the Legends portion of the program today, I realized it was a South Newport Bridge, or the one they call the Purple People Bridge, linking Ohio to Kentucky. That bridge finished the refurbishment. It's the anniversary of that, where like the people, the public, were allowed to cross that bridge, which was one of the first ones ever built across the Ohio River. Is like going out west, Billy. Be careful, get your guns. That kind of timeline, right? With railroad bridge. That's kind of cool. It's Trestle Bridge. Ayun, yes, you're here. But before we get started, the other day, my friend Henry Lemongello donated $100 donation. Boom, one shot. She just threw it there and was like, just said thank you and appreciation. And I said thank you and I appreciate you, of course, obviously. But then I wanted to make a little solemn dedication because there's this place called Tonga on planet Earth, and it's just right in the line of like cyclone after cyclone. Here comes a potential underwater volcano or an earthquake, and it's just the place is just kind of like in one of Gaia's energy center, and it's populated by beautiful people, and just things are continuing. It's always so. Oh, and you're here. Hi. I was just talking about you. I was just talking about how we were able to share that, and about the focus that I still had on the prayer for Tonga, and what I came to realize is it's in Gaia's demolition zone. It's in one of Gaia's energy centers that's like spinning cyclonically, like plate tectonics and the weather and Father Sky, like blowing in through there. So, I mean, you imagine what level of awake or responsiveness those people being native to there have. Hi, Candace. Welcome to the program. So I said I wanted to increase my prayer for that. But then when I started researching for today's Legends portion, it took me back to 2015, where in Kathmandu, up in Nepal, there was that 7.8 that took 8,000 souls at once, moved through, and as there was a 6.6 that followed, but this thing was like about 20 kilometers deep, I think, and it really rumbled. It was like a 20-second gurgler that just started moving the landmass around, and so we talked a little bit about Fukushima back in March, and I don't like to focus on the bad really ever, but these are the ones where the remembrance of it trumps like kind of like anything else. So we want to be there and in remembrance for that in terms of its significance, right? Nothing that you could do when it shakes that deep, right? But the liveliness in Gaia in the Taurus season is where that plays out too, I think, in huge. So Henry Lemongello, we were just talking about you and how those prayers for Tonga and this remembrance of Nepal, this you kind of feel brought awareness to this kind of our emotional connections with Gaia being emphasized with the sun in Taurus, and not all everything else going on here, but what's happening close to the heart energy, right? Close to the heart energy. Hi, Dusty Blue. You were in late last night, and we didn't get to you, so thank you for coming in early. I will be sure to read for you, Dusty Blue, before the end of the program. You got in time. Okay. All right. That's the toughest part, being cordial and kind of like introducing. But once we get the feeling, we're going to ride it out. We're going to feel it out. All right. Feel it. No. Yeah. Feel it so you can understand it. All right. Give your attention, and it will have no choice but to pay attention back onto you. Right. In time. Eventually. In time. So. That's kind of it. All right, Ayun, why don't you step up to the plate? If this was a baseball game, Ayun, you're up. Yasmin, you're on deck. Brianna, Synchronicity, you are in the hole, so to speak. Ace in the hole, so to speak. Wonder if we'll see aces. Wonder what we'll see for new beginnings over the next few weeks. it's pretty established because like I check out other readers and news too, but it's this common knowledge of this Scorpio full moon that's coming up in May, acting as an asterisk or a timestamp on something in terms of energies themselves, like how things or marks, like halfway points and shifts and stuff. That's going to be an interesting time, and the time leading up to it, it's like we have to make the most of what we have in regards to momentum to keep our projects going, to keep in sync online and as focused as we need to be, because that asterisk moon that in Scorpio, after that, it's like it's really the energy is going to either, if you're in the southern hemisphere, it's going to kind of hunker down. It's going to go into humble state. But if you're in the northern hemisphere, it's going to be expansive. It's going to be like fast moving and quick, back into that Leo season at that time. And that's when it's going to be like, we'll see how much ground you can make up in terms of getting to your goals or where you want to be in your destiny. And it's funny because we as human beings innately, we want to do it as most efficiently as we can. We want to get there as fast as they can. If in fact they say that explains the criminal mind, right? Well, what was the saying where it's like criminals, they have goals and dreams too. They just have a more direct route to get there. But that involves hurting someone, so we can't go there, right? Can't go there. But it explains that innate desire within us, or why you see that falter, where it's like you want to make the most of your time. You want to make and have the good memories outweigh the bad memories 10 to 1, 1,000 to 1 million to 1 if you could, right? Yeah, I didn't even know you were in the room. I don't even have that on my feed, and I was like, I needed to make mention just again of how much appreciated that was, and the celebration, the moment we had about the Taurus season and it being World Old Farmers Day, or just World Farmers Day. Unreal. Okay. Ayun, I'm getting ready. I promise. I've been chatting for a while. We haven't done any cards. You guys must be like, get on with it, Charlie. Get moving. Get going. I'm like, yeah, come to Candy Mountain, Charlie. Come to Candy Mountain. Ayun, these are your cards. I just cut them. Okay. Bottom of the deck. You got Temperance in reverse, right? Maybe that's all it is, right? You could be very focused on making things the best. And I want to ask you to check within yourself for your levels of letting go of control in order to attain control. How grippy do you get with things in terms of like how you approach them and how you deal with them? And you can let me know in the comments if you felt any kind of like tension and frustrations moving throughout the day, as it was kind of, and you might be feeling pretty maybe exhausted or a little bit tired or something in the waking hours, is what this is letting me know, right? Something might have you down, or something that you control might have you down. Like not sure if it's I pray God it's not a physical illness, but there's just a lack of temperance there. So you might just be feeling it in the form of mood too. You might be expressing and experiencing some different moods than what you've been accustomed to for the last little while or the last month here. Right? Wow. Something going on at you with a new beginning, right? With a happy place. This is either in your vision or you just got there in the 3D in just recently, right? The start of a new job. That's what this card is always about, that, right? When we see it up in readings, right? Where is the new money coming in from? So people say it's your job, right? But this is a breakthrough of some sort, I think, when it comes to your finances. So that's really good. There could be an opportunity. It might not be directly for money, but there could be an opportunity to attain some stature, some prominence, right? The Ace of Coins is a statue. Is this just right there? That's what it is. It is a lovely card. You're right, Dusty Blue. Absolutely it is, right? See that perfect circle. This deck in particular is laden with these wreaths. And then these wreaths become the open portal or the vortex to say, yes, you know what, you can have it. That opportunity is yours, or that willingness to allow, fortune, time, even time. The pentacles for me as a reader are time as well. So this could be a signal, the freeing up of a lot of new time, or a lot of time that could be moved on to something, more beneficial. Are you depressed? That's why we saw this. Hey, that's why we saw that, right? We just read for that card. So, it's we can, like anything, we can move past, right? And to whatever depth, my heart goes out to you so that we can heal it. And when you feel it and you acknowledge it just like that, that's when the healing begins. And then she takes over. Time to cut something out of your life. What is the source of that? Is your mind just in the past, maybe a little bit too much? And I'll put the card down for a minute because I want to talk about that. If your mind, they say when people experience depression, it's usually, especially if you're older, it comes from your mind being a little bit in the past. And it might not be directly focused on a past memory, because when people think past, it's like, well, that's memory. That's a part of the brain. That's memory, right? But it could be a distinct portion of the past where it's just like, it's residual energy from a conditioned thinking that something must be some way, or that you've accepted it as a personal truth for so long that it's lost in the closet of the childhood with all the toys, right? This channel itself, I'm funky. I like to keep it retro and bring back legend and folklore, things deeper into the past, because I believe it's important to acknowledge it. If we are going to read tarot for people's futures, we definitely know where we're coming from, right? And that's a kind of point where you can come through on that. But what I feel the Queen of Swords is saying, what you need to cut out, or what could be cut out, is a particular portion or reveal a certain truth that exists in you that may not be serving you anymore. They say throw out what's not serving you. You hear that a lot. That's sometimes that can be in regards to a truth that you have held for a very long time, but you haven't acknowledged it, but maybe you haven't needed to acknowledge it, and it's resurfacing now at this time. Okay, right? Then what do we got? Or we could have your person or a person in your situation, Sagittarius, a Leo, right? And that could be affecting these kind of energies and situations. We went a little bit deep on a general because our goal is to always bring wisdom and guidance to the inner light, not just what we're doing in the outside world. So if you've been maybe feeling this, maybe you're feeling a little bit vigilant on a particular issue, situation, or relationship. It's like you're watching over it, or you're guarding over something, and it's very important to you. Maybe and you might just have a little bit of expression that needs to come out, less loose, like go out get out up on that dance floor, that kind of thing. And if you had some of that going on, maybe you'd be able to just like, whoosh, let's just brush this to the side. We'll get through it, right? Yeah, and I get it. You know what? And it's one of those things, like, you allow it, and as long as you allow it, you don't necessarily have to feel guilty for it, right? But at the same time, it's kind of like, what do we do subconsciously that doesn't serve us well, right? And it's about being honest with ourselves. That reversal on Temperance card is a tough one to see there in an overall energy, because it knows that there's like something that needs to be worked through, or a balance that needs to be reattained. Okay, we got to get it back. All right, I got to take a drink. I love you, Ayun. Hearts and hugs. Okay, it's not easy feeling blue. It's not easy being green, and it's not easy feeling blue. I totally get it. And I think sometimes what it takes, it just needs somebody to listen. Somebody that is authentically listening to you. You might find that in a fire sign. Maybe at night. Oh. Come on a rendezvous, Three's Company too. I love you all. Thanks for being here. That was Ayun's reading. We're moving on down the list now. And if Yasmin is still here, come on down. Come on down. You're next contestant on the program. What would Jimi Hendrix would say? Ooh, foxy lady. Hi, Yasmin Fox. Hello. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Thanks to everyone who's watching. This is the Legends of Tarot for April 25th. It's a Heart Center Thursday, and it's late in the day. The program didn't air until late in the day. And that's just what we're doing here tonight. So, You're welcome. Okay. And I have this feeling, Ian, that you and I are going to be hanging out for a little while anyway. So when we read these daily subtle energies, don't remember tomorrow is always brand new, and it's like always new heart energy. It's always new solar plexus, new willpower energy each and every day. We like to see it here at this channel as a gift and a blessing, and something where like sometimes feeling just okay or a little bit butthurt or a little bit bummed is actually pretty good, right? That's kind of a big message in this nurturing Taurus season that we're into now. The program's probably going to run 2 to 2.5 hours tonight, just so you know. And it's because I love doing it here. I'm not able to retire on YouTube revenue or anything close to that. We're such a small little tribe. So, but this is where I enjoy spending my time. This is like when I'm given liberty and liberation from, all the day's work is done, and the ones I love, our love is established, and I have my time to be liberated to love me. I want to send it out into the matrix and love all of you. Right? And, everybody, let's get together, give Ayoun a big hug, because your turn will be next. And, someday, if your cards or your reading isn't all that good too, you remember like, oh man, Ayoun, right? There's something about this remembrance too, right? Something about this remembrance. Okay, we talked a little bit. We gave our remembrance and our honor. I should probably do it by being silent for a moment, actually, to that big earthquake in Nepal at Kathmandu, right? That's, those are spiritual uplifting places. That is like where, yeah, definitely you get the attention, 8,000 people, just like that, right? It's like, there's spiritual things going on, right? Relationship with our Earth Gaia, we're just a part of her growth cycles, right? Think about Tonga being right in that energy center, right in the path of the cyclone, like almost like morning traffic cyclones. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, traffic's a little slow over there in 85th Street. There is another hurricane bearing down. It's it has that thing. Oh, thanks, Shine Bright. Hugs to you. Hugs, Brenda Lee. Hugs, Brenda Lee. Thank you guys for joining the program. Thanks for being here and stepping in and enjoying a part of it. We're chilling. We're chilling. Yasmin Fox is up next. We're just getting the tarot and the energy cleared. I'm getting a little funky, and it's been fun here. So before we go in, I'm just going to go and have a quick look, just to let you know, this is fun to do. If you were a Taurus born on this day, which I don't think any of you are, but we give a shout out to Ella Fitzgerald, 1917, Al Pacino, 1940. These are people born on this day, right? Mm-hmm. Hank Azaria, I can't remember which Simpson he played, but Hank Azaria, Renee Zellweger, some of you will know her. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, right? Like, and that's and that Lisa Left Eye Lopez is a remembrance. That wasn't a birth. That was like, wow, we lost a very talented individual that day. I remember growing up a lot. The only thing I wanted to do was chase waterfalls, because they said don't chase waterfalls, but I knew they were at the waterfall because I watched the video, and that's all I wanted to do was go to the waterfall, see Lisa Left Eye and the other ladies. Who was there? Who else was there? Beyonce? Was she? No, she wasn't. I can't remember if it was her or not. Of course, I'm going to the waterfall, dangus. That's where I want to live there, right? Okay. Ayoun. Do you have or not Ayoun? Sorry, Ayoun. Bye. Hugs, Ayoun. Thank you to everyone that gave Ayoun a hug as well. May your day be bright and shining bright. I see you. I see you there. It's awesome. And Brenda Lee, yes, thanks. Hearts and waves. Hello. On the 23rd, you were born. Wow. Okay. Wow. Excellent. When we get another little intermission between readings, and you're still here, Brenda, maybe we could have a look if you're curious. Well, I guess you just Google it and you find out for yourself. But I like to look, and then because I'm here when we're hanging out, you don't have to Google it. I'll just let you know, right? You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yasmin, I'm getting ready to cut your cards. Tarot feels ready to go. Do you have a question? Or did I just miss it? Am I just like, sometimes I'm pretty, no, I'm here. Yeah. Okay. The cards are going to come up, right? But it's more about the focus. It's you, right? Because you're the connection point. You're the intuition point. Your intuitions make the connection. My words and these cards and these images just facilitate that, right? You could be pet and fluffy. Heck, you could be painting the bedroom walls, whatever you're doing, if it's on, right? Meditation, yoga, and oneness in all that you do. You can let the message sink in as deep as you choose, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay? You are Sagittarius. What's next change in my life? Well, I think first of all, we needed to decide what it is that you would like, Yasmin. I think that there's been plenty of auctions, plenty of junctures, plenty of ways that you have foreseen or envisioned that could be potential blessed paths for yourself. It seems like you are a very wise soul in a way, Yasmin, because I feel like the way that you picture fulfillment and happiness, you do it in like that old-fashioned, attainable, perseverant way, almost like it is a Taurus. Like, but you're sad. I'd be very interested to see what else is in your birth chart, right? Very interesting. I'm not talented to whip it up to you and mail it out and post it online within 5 minutes. I'm not that talented, right? But I'd be very interested to see, because it looks like this is a wise place of the universe from which you come. Now, as for what's going to happen or next change in your life, it looks like it will be something emotional. Okay, that's the 9 of Cups reversed, is what that was. Okay, we're gonna have 3 more cards. All right. You've also got a reversal on a 5 of Wands up here on the board. Okay, which may show that tensions, if you're feeling them interpersonally in any relationship around you, or social circles, communities around you, those are like melodramas or anything in terms of something being competitive or a bit of a grind. That there's going to be a lessening of the burden there. You're going to feel relief in some fact. You're going to feel relieved by this, because this is like, okay, the battle's over. Everybody pick up your stick and go home, right? That's just like, it all went down. What's next, right? And so that is you. That card is reflective of you asking the next step, because you're ready to come out of a struggle. You're ready to settle down into a time that you can call your own. And the place may be there, the place may not, or it may be on your radar in regards to real estate or something like that, or a purchase. But it's more like settling into your own time. I mean, like, I've had enough with the BS. So I think innately your higher self is guiding you and your next portion of your life here, Yasmin, in terms of settling into your own time, making your world your own, whether that's like entrepreneurial spirit as well. You could be like out starting a new business. You could really be structuring thought forms to settle into something that is allowing for a larger level of comfort in your life. And how that manifests, we don't know, because I feel like you don't know yet, right? I feel like your higher self saying you don't know yet. And I think the reason being is because there's a simple shift in perception of what you're going through in the present moment, to establish which of the 9 cups, which of the 8 swords, which path to follow, which one to say yes to, because it may mean having to say no to the other opportunity or the other offering that may be there in your life. That's why those larger pip cards will come out like that, because there's more on the table, just yes or no. It's never linear. It's never one faceted. It's more often, it's like involves more people. You have to consider other people, feeling as what changes in your life, and how does that change other people's that are already in your lives. Okay. So whatever's changing you, I see move toward a different residence, a more comfortable or bigger space in which for you to live, because that fulfillment and that 8 of coins was there, but also there was 8 of swords, right? You had all those higher pips. So the changes will seem like there's a big change. When all of those get to 10, when cups gets to 10, when pentacles gets to 10, when swords get up to 10, and it's funny, as wise and as balanced as I feel that those planets are for you, it's like when you get there, you will notice a sudden large change this go round, because those 3 elements are running very congruent. 7s, 8s, 9s, all at the same stages in your readings so far. Okay, as we follow along with the cards. So it's residence, it's money based, but it's also something that's providing comfort and harmony and fulfillment in emotion. Okay, if that makes sense. All right, hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. All right. And you know, big hug as well for Yasmin. Can't be easy. Maybe going out on a limb on something there, you know, or struggling to find which choice is best. We didn't see any 2s or 3s up there, but like that's the big issue at hand. Like where it is, what do we have to say no to in order to accept and then get the change that we are desiring or that we have been working towards. That's all. That's all. Okay. No, Afra, you haven't missed your reading. Hi, Afra. Dusty Blue, are you still here, Dusty Blue? Dusty has and his Three's Company too. He goes space and leaves a place. Three's Company too. Thank you, Ayun. Your birthday's coming up on Saturday. That's awesome, Dusty. That is awesome. I'm glad the Tauruses are here. We're live in Taurus season. Talking about nurture. We're talking about the robin building the nest up on the perfect branch. So it gets just about the right amount of air, the right amount of warmth from the sun, the right angles at the right time of day, right? Hopefully all of our divine timings are good. That is my wish for the group. Let's do that. Right before we get to you here, Dusty, we are going to pull a 5D card for the group. And then we'll be up for that. Ooh. Okay. That song, as much as I like it, I didn't like it as much as yesterday's. I love the funk in it, but it's a little bit invasive. I might stop doing that between the readings. But I love the first few bars of that jam. Where wow. Yeah. Okay. So, do you have a question, Dusty Blue? If you do, you can post it in there. We'll be sure to give it a read. Mohammed, yeah, I'll put you on the list, bud. Put you on the list. And if I'm butchering your name, if I'm saying your guys' name is totally wrong, all that I ask you to do is go find the phonogenetic spelling of your name and put it in there, because I'd be able to read that and then make the adjustment. Okay, rather than putting like ooh-wee, ooh-wee. You got, what was that? Keenan Wayne Thompson, Saturday Night Live. He'd come out as a talk show host and he'd be like, ooh-wee, what's up with that? I said, what's up with that? Ooh-wee, I want to know what up with that? What up with that? Okay, just type her in there. We asked the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, what up with that? We just want a 5D card for the group. That's what we want. Holy, we get 2 today. And she's back. Ooh, she's back. She's been here the last couple. She's back. Cut it out. Remember that? Cut it out. They did that on the Full House, right? Maybe a Libra, you're dealing with a Full House. Maybe you got a Libra up in, you know, you come by this person daily. I feel if it's not a close relative to you, it's somebody that it's like you come by daily. Maybe it's the same guy, man, in the newspaper stand or the hot dog stand when you walk by at lunchtime. Whatever it is, it's just kind of like saying, if you're the type that you're doing like a hot dog a day, you know, if you're doing a pack a day, if you're doing what else could you be doing? A 6-pack a day. What in your life do you want to cut out? Because this is the time to do it. This is the time for nurture. This is the Taurus season. The air is here in support, and the Queen of Air is here in support. She's come up upright in so many of your readings in the other decks. She's come up. Hi, Chanel. This is a 5D reading for the group. She's come up with so many in so many of your readings in the other deck, right? And there she is, the Queen of Air, saying, if you want to cut something out of your life, if you want rid of it, if you want done with it, heck, maybe it's me in this channel, whatever it might be. But if you want to be rid of it, 6-pack a day, pack a day, too many hot dogs, quarter-pound smokies a day, the tube steak boogie, whatever, you can cut it out. You can align with the energy of self-nurture, and that's your most powerful ally in self-regulation. That's what the Queen of Air wants you to know. So whatever that might be, you might not have any bad habits. Maybe you don't. right? But imagine that there's that thought form that's limiting. Can we cut that out? Can we find ways? Look at this soldier. Wow, this is interesting. This is like, it's got like some, see that? Like, they have a special name for that clandestine group. I'm not going to even say it. But this is the Queen has brought her 6 along with you here too to say, don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. It's going to work out in a way that is not going to be too extreme for you. You have the ability to go out on a limb at this time, to release structure from your life. Okay. He's also in touch with his auric field, the 6, right? Because it's that air element. It's right there next to the etheric, right? It's right beside it. When the wind won't blow, only goes to show. It reminds me of that Zeppelin song, right? But it's a matter of, look at the time. Look at like the portion of the chessboard there. Look at the vortex. Look at the flowering, all that symbology. What do they call that? Fractal or sacred geometry, right? Is what you see a lot of that in that card. It's like the acorn doesn't fall far from the pine tree, right? It just doesn't. It just lands really close. And it creates this one. We think about Gaia's organisms like the rainforest. It's actually just one tree. It's just one plant. That's her, right? And it's all connected. But that's more of a symbol because she is much more. She is much more. But you can look at it in that aspect, right? This is about knowledging. This is good. Those 2 cards on the 5D were really more about like, hey, really wake up. Like, you know, if you spend 5 hours trying to meditate, or not 5 hours, if you spend a minute trying to meditate or connect, make the pledge 2 minutes, right? If it is 2 minutes, make the pledge, make it 4 minutes, right? That kind of thing. And you can get to those levels and you make it there. You'll make it there. I'm sure you will. Hi, Chanel, Afra. We are about to read for Dusty Blue because he was on the program watching last night when the time came due, and Dusty hung out right till the end. So the above question. Oh yeah, sorry. I get really, Dusty, I love you. Thank you for being here. You want to move out of the city to be in nature some more. Goal within a year from now. Any insights? I don't know where yet. Will I make connections, and as to where? Absolutely, absolutely. And this kind of reminds me, like, there's kind of this thing where it's like the local surfers don't like the tourists to surf on their waves. That's just kind of like a thing that has always been, because it's about those new connection, and it's about what everybody wants. Everybody wants that one wave. Everybody wants that one ride. Everybody wants that one experience. And we're all just the cool kids, right? Cool kids only, right? Kind of thing going on. But it's nice because you're saying nature. So that can be anywhere, right? The wave, people like that perfect break. It's like, that is a nice piece of nature there that you can catch the energy and ride it, right? You can catch the elements and ride them there, right? That kind of thing. But I have a feeling when you're saying in nature, you want more connected with the earth, gardening, trees, plants, flora and fauna, and the animal kingdom, right? Nature. And that's a perfect side of it too. And it's nice that I feel that that's kind of your goal, because that is more expansion there. There's room to go. There's places to go. If you have resources, or if you can get resources, well, I guess that's part of your question. You want to do it within a year from now. If you can get your alignment, the more you can align your resources, the easier time you're going to have doing it, because you can make it very structured, just like that 6 of air guy that was there. You can make that portion of the journey very structured in terms of getting there. It's like, because if you go through the proper, jump through the hoops, so to speak, like political channels of the ways of doing it, getting permitted, allowances, you could actually may find some pretty inexpensive ways if you're willing to make an off-grid commitment. And if it's not that, it's not hard. If you move to a town that has good energy, or the locals are just loving and the benevolent, and they just feel like the good-natured, community spirit, and it's like a removed community, anywhere in the world, then you can live there, and usually for a lot cheaper than it is to live in the urban centers. You find that, especially here where I live in the country where I'm at, it's when you get out, it's like you're more liable to come across a beautiful little cottage or bungalow that's like 60 years old and it's still standing and it's still perfectly good because the crap was made to last back then, and you could go and do it, and that kind of thing. You could work at a local grocery store, or maybe collect the mail or something to make sure that Mr. Mittens and Dexter were fed. That you could do it easy. So, all right, let's just pull some cards for you. Hi, Genesis. Nice to have you here. You were here late last night too, weren't you? That's right. We're reading for Dusty right now. Just some cards. We get a good direction, but let's see what kind of energies he can align with, or what he might be dealing with. All right. Wish you the best in all things, Dusty, and the entire group. Okay. Reversal on the Emperor card. Yeah, just manage the situation. Get control. Get a tangible grip on it, Dusty Blue. It's almost like this is saying, like, call to action. As of right now, even as much as you can get done before this Scorpio full moon, as much as you can get done before that is going to benefit you. You're saying within a year, but really, when we look at the way that things are going and how the year could potentially fly by, it's saying get a head start on it, but make it a manageable task. It's almost time to stop brainstorming, pick a general idea or a direction, and then start in actively doing it. Making the plan, writing it down, gathering the gear you need, finding out what you want to purge, finding out what relationships would be able to be sustained or not sustained as a result of a move. Hop on the move, get on the move, right? It's a beautiful thing. You could start a YouTube channel. People drive around all nomadic like and YouTube, and they're quite popular, and they're that kind of thing, if that's your goal. But if you want like just a nice small town life where you be your authentic self and move to a town with an energy that's got a good vibing energy, there's a lot of them out there, right? Who do you love? Who sang that one? Tell me, who do you love? That's what Page of Cups wants to know. She's here with a message that says, somebody loves you, but who do you love? Do you have a secret admirer, Dusty Blue? Or are you secretly admiring someone, right? I feel like I don't know, maybe you're a water sign, but there's this dreaminess aspect around this thing thus far, right? And it also could be somewhere it's just like, this feels so good. Are we sure this is legal here? That kind of element here. But somebody's saying, who do you love? Yes, admirer. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. What do you want to do, little fish? What do you want to do today? Do you want to acknowledge this for what it is? Are we going to take it to the next level? Are we going to have to? Is this one of the things that you're thinking maybe you'll have to put off till later if the goal of moving to the country is more important to you? Gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country. Gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Right? You can do it. Hey, look, you got this card too. That's good. That's good. Today was a real test. Today was kind of marked a fulcrum of like, okay, here comes a sharp energy. Here comes a dirty curveball, as it were. And for those of you that like come out of the end of the day today, feeling happy or feeling energized, know in your heart and in your energy that you're well ahead of the game, that you're doing good. Cool that you have an admirer. Is this somebody from work, or is it somebody that you've worked with? That's a five wands there. Might have caused a social stir too. All right, and the Tower card here. Yeah, and the move being the most important word of that statement. Move into the country, gonna meet me a lot of peaches. Move into the country. For some reason, see this, and then this. There is a need to be on guard for a broken heart in a situation. Yeah, you said it, a friend, right? And you know why I get that, honestly, with the card patterns that I showed you? Whoop, whoop. The love, they are the dream police. The love police, right? That's what they do. And this deck has that. And I really like it because it's like, whoop, whoop, is a disco call, right? That kind of thing. And lots of appreciation and love to our first responders out there. If any of you I want to say hello, and we want to make mention of anybody that is struggling out there on the planet's surface. We take a moment to every time we take a deep breath in our meditation, that is a breath or a love of the good prana that we all share, so that we know we're all on the equal playing field. We are one, right? When all is one and one is all, right? Boom, boom. Okay, I got to take a segment of refreshment before we get to, I think Genesis is up, and Brianna, Synchronicity, Brenda, and Mohammed no matter the seeming line of how you entered the room, we have some VIPs, and we just read for one of them, Dusty Blue. Thanks for being a part of the program, and thanks for being a VIP today, my friend. And Genesis, I believe Genesis, Chica, we did not read for you last night. Is it Chica? Chica. I don't know. I'm Canadian, so forgive my arrogance not arrogance, ignorance if I say it wrong. But I'm kind of like one of those really raunchy comedians. I'd do anything if it could make someone smile or laugh. But I'm also trying to be very conscious not to offend and to respect everyone. Okay, love you, Genesis. I like that word too. In the beginning, there was sound. There was a sound. Pop, 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 or popcorn, right? Start with sound. Derek Rome. If you listen for it, it's right there. It might give you a little jump right there, but it's what jump started the spark and all the energy and all the stuff. Genesis is a beautiful world. There's still Gaia Day. It's tarot. I'm allowed to mumble bumble just a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna go for a segment of refreshment. I just need to fill my water cup is what I really got to go and do. Then we're gonna get back and then we're gonna read for Genesis. And then we're just going to keep continuing on. We got over an hour left of the program. Unfortunately, I got started a little bit late today, and that's kind of how she goes. The way she goes, eh? Going for a rip, going to get a drink. Okay. Just because I like yesterday's so much better than today's, I'm going to play yesterday's because it's fun and I can. Aw, Mr. Middens, Mr. Kitty, Chanel. Oh. Talk to you about that when I get back. I'm just going to go grab some water, you guys. Love you all. I wish you all the best in things and stuff. Chat amongst yourselves. You chilling on the Legends of Tarot for Thursday energy, April 25th. Okay.
In a while, heading up that highway, leaving you behind. Hardest thing I ever had to do. Broke my heart in two, but baby, pay no mind. The price for finding me was losing you. Memories help me hide my lonesome feeling. Far away from you and feeling low. It's getting late, my friend, my love, I miss you so. Take good care of you, I've gotta go.
Hi, Brenda Lee. Hi, Chanel. Brenda, you're on my list. And yeah. Chanel. Wondered whatever became of me. I'm living on the air in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, WKRP. Chanel C. Dusty Blue, I hope some of that resonated for you. I hope that was the cards were doing their work for you. It was a pleasure to read for you, and I want to thank you again for being on the program, VIP and Genesis. I just want to check my my roster from last night because I think you got in like right at the end of the day there. Or did we read for you? We might have read for you. Where did you fall there, Genesis? You came in right at the end. Because, oh yeah, the very last name I have on there. Yeah, right at the end. And I promised you guys, I said, if you come in, if you get here first, I'll read it for you, right? You made it happen, so I'm going to make it happen. Together, we'll co-create. We'll make it all happen, and I'll be all mambly bambly and wimbly bimbly, right? Okay, at the very end, I gotta shake loose a little bit. Have a little fun. It's like it felt like a longer day today. That Pluto energy, right? That Scorpio opposition. It was like a long like beam of darkness that just was just like, and then all of a sudden the moon was there. It's like, oh, what's this over here, right? And by darkness, I don't mean like bad things. I mean just mean like dark, like the opposite of lightness, like darkness, right? We need light for comfort, but we need dark for contrast. We need contrast for learning, and we need contrast so that we don't become lost. Okay. If you're ever going through something or suffering something, it's so that you don't become lost. Okay, that's what I want to convey, just off the cuff, kind of. I've seen some off the cuff channels, man. People lose programs, rough goes, and we're a small channel. You know, because the reader's popular doesn't mean they're good, and because the reader is good doesn't mean they're popular. Just remember that as you're surfing through your monthlies and your weeklies, or you're finding somebody that's good for you, right? There are some amazing readers out there that have, you know, tens of thousands, you know, bordering on hundreds of thousands of viewers that are very good, and there's others in that same bracket that are really entertaining but not as good, I feel, right? But and then there's also readers on the low end where it's like not that many people know about it. They're an okay reader. They'll define their energy is good, and you can find alliance in there too, because it's a strong connection. And there are also small channels out there, and there's channels out there that are not taking the art, right, or the craft too seriously, right? The trade. If I could be Red Seal, the program in this, I'd say let's do it for your program, right? I love you all though. Love first, tarot second, giddiness third, I guess is what I'm trying to say or align. And I talk about it in contrast because it is relative. The messages you hear here, the messages you hear elsewhere, and the combination of messages that you hear here and elsewhere are relative to your perspective and what you allow. It's about what you allow and how much you intuit on your side. You're not really here unless you're intuitive, right? Unless on that off chance where you're stumbling in and saying, wow, what's this all about? In which case, welcome. You know, we are the youth gone wild. Whoa, 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 whoa. We are the youth gone wild. Anybody remember that jam? Raise your hand. Genesis, do you have a particular question, or do you want me to just pull some cards for general reading? You let me know. You tell me. We do it the way Chanel. Oh yeah, absolutely, Dusty. You are not wrong. We're all good here. Oh yeah, we all good. It's a love tribe. We're like this little corner of the matrix, not wanting to be found by all the weirdness and the you know, that kind of stuff. You know, it's okay to fly under the radar, right? Because I'm not retiring on YouTube, and I don't care about retiring on YouTube. I got other things on the go. I want to be here to everybody. It reminds me of that old Busta Rhymes jam. Everybody make some love. Give me some more. Y'all want some more love? Give me some more, right? All that is really good. Everybody spread love. Give me some more, right? That's what we want. Blessings, Dusty. Blessings, Chanel. Thanks for being here. Genesis, just pull the cards, please. Just get them out of the deck. You're so long-winded. Okay, playing your cards now. Genesis, I love you. It takes tarot sometimes. We just, like, we're reading for people, and I love my deck, so it's bing, bang, boom. So it has to take its time sometimes. And I thank you. I thank you for being patient, Genesis, with me and with tarot. And here's what we got. And you're chilling. You're relaxing. There's comfort and solace here, okay? If you're not feeling it, maybe at present moment, this is like a call to enjoy sanctuary. Return to that little warm, fuzzy place that's inside when you're in your jams, when you're in your jammies, and maybe you got the duvet on just right, temperature's just right, and maybe there's like even the ambiance of some rain pitter-pattering on a window, but you're chilling with a good book, with a favorite series, with whatever it is that floats your boat, turns your crank, and without risk. It's saying you need rest, you need comfort, you need a break from whatever has been accruing or whatever has been asking for your time relentlessly, right? Relentless. There's relief from that. There's sanctuary from that for you, okay? Overall energies. You might just be very comfortable right now. You might just be feeling it, okay? And you're choosing maybe not to feel something at this time as well. Or you're choosing to feel something for the specific desire to reveal it. This card's reversed, right? This card, she doesn't recognize the 2 cups that are still there, right? But it's good to see this card in reverse. Because what's here is it's showing me, it's letting me know that you're facing something right now. Whether this is like reconciliation or closure on a relationship or whatever it is that caused you to feel, you're ready to face it now. You want to deal with it. You want to express or feel these emotions, or at least, feel your way through them so that you can understand it. Once we feel it, then we understand it. That's the reason we feel it, is so that we can understand it. So it's okay to have feelings about it. Maybe it took you a while to understand that too. I'm not sure what that's about. Okay, Chanel. The reversal on a 5 of Cups, this is like you're finally there. You've made peace with something. Heart and mind. Congratulations. I feel like you need a pat on the back. And if you don't feel that, if you're blocked maybe from feeling that, this could be just like something subtly saying that, hey, you might be perceiving it in a way that is not the way your higher self, maybe the reason that is meant to happen, or this is meant to happen for you. Okay. Now you've got a Queen of Swords here. So it might be in regards to Sagittarius, Leo, right? Or Aries. Okay. But she's upright. You're receiving a lot of support here, I feel, for this to make this happen. That you could be really immersed in this Taurus season, in this energy of nurture, caring for yourself, taking care for yourself. And I get a feeling here too that you're very beautiful, that you take care of yourself, or you might be a model of some sort, or that you are really working hard to be the best version of yourself. It's a positive energy, but this is a card of support, or a fire sign in your life, right? But when she's upright, this is nurturing energy from the opposition, from the opposite side. The fire sign, see the green that she's still got there? She's in recognition. It could seem in opposition, but the support is there. You might be there's a possibility you might have had a falling out with a family member. Oh, you're pregnant? Wow. We haven't gotten the very right? It all makes sense now. She types it in, and then what card is there, right? And you just spoke it like the Empress. You are the Empress right now, right? You're making it happen. Take the time to rest, relax. It's a good, cozy, with your jammies on. Here's the support. It's all going to work out. It's going to be fine, right? Excellent. Excellent. I love it when they wind up like that. Yes. And absolutely, Chanel. Congratulations. Okay. And you may be experiencing some here. Let's just revisit this, because this is not a big deal every day. Let's revisit this. Okay. We'll feel it to reveal it, right? You're ready to feel it. You're ready to be immersed in it, right? And I think you finally you just came to a position where you accepted it, and you were finally calm with it, and you had that moment, right? I hope the energies were light during that time. That might have been a speed bump for you, or there was this moment of something. And I'm curious to know if it's for the first time, because it almost is like, yeah, you settled into that. You settled into it, right? Baby fever. Baby fever. Blessings be, Dusty Blue. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so Chanel C, we just pulled some cards. It looks happy, healthy, full of support, those cards. And you were the one that created it through your own manifesting. It's like, not the baby. Like that's the other thing. So if we read for you again, feel free to become specific with your questions. If you have things you're unsure about, if you come around on the list another time, okay. But for now, it's all looking very supportive in the daily energies, okay, around you. So that's really good. And congratulations. Absolutely. That's good. I wonder if Sheila Marie will come tonight and we'll find out news about her granddaughter. That'd be her, the granddaughter that's on the way. It's supposed to be here already. Take care, Brenda. Brenda, do you have to go? Oh, Brenda. Oh, sorry we didn't get you in tonight, Brenda. I'm gonna make sure your name stays high up on the list. Okay, for next time you get the asterisks, right? Yeah, you were up next. We had Dusty Blue, but then Genesis came. We saw Brianna Synchronicities and Lovely, if she's here. Yeah, Mohammed, and yeah, that'll happen as well. Give me a moment to catch up with my my dinger. Okay, did that one, that one. Okay, yeah, Brianna Synchronicities, Love Leah. Mike, I can't even read my own writing. I was supposed to be an educated, scholarly fool, right? A fool, a bit aloof, right? Take care, Brenda. Good night, Brenda. Love you lots. Thank you for stopping by and being a part of it. We definitely got you there. You would have been up. If those other two, you would have been up right now, to be honest with you. Love you lots. And if you're still here and nobody else, Brenda, good night. Okay, good night. We'll just give you a big hug. Everybody give Brenda a warm good night, and then she'll be okay. You know, it's weird, and we keep each other company here too. It's a lot because it's like, you know what else are we doing? We're hanging out together. That's right. Yeah. Okay. It's a great tribe. It's a great night. I got about an hour left to go here. Looking to hear from Brianna and bye Brenda and Love Leah. Not sure if she's here or if it's just us. And Mohammed Yunez. If you are still here, I think if I'm saying that right, Mohammed, Yunez, you next, Mohammed Yunez. Thanks, Chanel. I love your energy too. Absolutely. Oh, thank you for the abundance. Well, thank you, water. Water is good. Water's good. So. Absolutely. Hi, Ayun. Thanks for staying. We did your reading first, and you're still here. You're still hanging out with us. That means so much to me. I mean, that's so awesome. So awesome. Hey, have things finally just chilled out for us a little bit? Chanel, you're here and you're live on the chat. I'm going to throw you down on the list because I know we read for you yesterday. I'm pretty sure we read for you yesterday. If I haven't, and I've been just kind of like ghosting on your reading, then forgive me, please. I'll say, I'm sorry. Beth, Lely, and Creative Culture, Culturally Creative, we're here at the end of the night. Those are my VIPs for tonight. So if they show up, we'll let them jump in line, right? But also the people that were here earlier, if they pop in and out, I'm completely accepting and understanding of that, and I hope you guys are too, because time is valuable. See, people like the Diamonds suit. I should get my playing cards out for these programs because I reference them quite a bit. We could even read with them sometime. The Diamonds. So the coins, the Pentacles. See if I can cut one there. Chariot's coming up. Yeah, there. So on try number 2. She'll represent her suit. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the Pentacles themselves, they represent time for me. Okay, time is money. Money is it's usually the material world that the Pentacles represent. But for me, when I read tarot, that's always just like a little clock, internal clock. See how she's holding it there, right? And that kind of thing. 9 months, beautiful. Genesis has 9 months, and the child will experience the Genesis. First, there was sound, right? In the beginning, there was sound. There's a little baby Genesis. We'll say that, right? You're welcome, Genesis. I hope you enjoyed those cards. Feel welcome to stay with us and hang out for a little while. We try to keep the good vibes rolling. Everyone here, we're all doing our best from our place in consciousness, right? And it's good that we can connect. We're like the forest that's growing together. We're the 5 or 6 trees that are actually just one tree, right? Yeah, you got to live sometimes between readings, and that's why I hope that readers, and certain people that come for readings, I hope that they're okay. Like, I don't mind checking on daily energies, but it's and if it's just a small tribe and all we're doing is playing each other's cards, we can let the tarot go wild if we want, and we can really get into it. But for the most part, it's like, sometimes you have to go out and live a little for the energy to change. You have to go be that co-creator before tarot will say, hey, there's something new for you. Otherwise, it feels like the difference between holding a live fish and a dead fish. When the fish is live, tarot's like, it's everywhere. I can just flip it. And then when it's like, you've beaten the dead horse to glue, the tarot just kind of feels like a floppy fish in your hand. It's like, ugh, it's there. Hey. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Hey. And you're soon. I forget. Will you type in your name? I respect your privacy. Absolutely, but you have such a beautiful, unique name, hey, and it's on the tip of my tongue, hey, and I would love to hear it again. You're all so beautiful. Thank you for being here. You're all so beautiful. Ayun, yes, Dusty, you're beautiful. Your little microdot circle is it looks fractal and trippy and abstract. I like it. I really like it. Okay. Oh yeah, Sangeya. Yes, that's this beautiful name. I love it. Okay, and Brianna, 4 1s. She's got 4 1s. And I wonder, some of you guys must know and chat in other live chat rooms, tarot chats as well. Hey, I'm glad thank you for choosing this one to chat in. I appreciate that. That's really cool. So it keeps me company. He's company too. Ba-na-ba-na-ba-na. Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. Take a step that is new. And the kisses are hers and his. Three's company too. Ba-bum. Yeah, that's the goal. That was my intention. So I love to hear it when somebody sees it. That's awesome. Thank you, Sangaya. Yeah, you can always invite your friends. If you know somebody's like not a troller and they're like a legit person, you can always invite your friends. Because usually when people are listening, maybe their dog or their kitty is listening too, and that's who I'm really talking to. I'm not even worried about you guys. I'm actually talking to Mr. Mittens and Fido in the corner. Imagine that. No, just kidding. I love you and I appreciate your presence. But yeah, what if I was talking to Milo over there, just stretched out? All 30 pounds of fat cat just draped over the back of the couch, being like, talk to me, please. I love tarot. Right? Therapy take timeouts. Hey. Love you, Sungaya. I want to say guy, but it's gay, right? Sungaya. Yeah, beautiful. And because we're celebrating Gaia and it's so close. Gaia, hey. Hey, we could speak our own language. We're talking about Tonga and Kathmandu. What a beautiful place. And peace out to the 8,000 souls in 2015 in that 7.8 magnitude. What a Gaia. Turn over. Tell me about Gaia. Oh, I think Gaia should talk to us about Gaia. Thank you, Gaia. I got a little bit of let's talk about Gaia for a minute. Because we're like, nobody's on the list being like, I have questions, I have burning issues, right? If you have burning issues, I cannot help the truly sick. Okay. I don't work with the really sick. Just kidding. That's a play on words, right? Burning issues. That could be a bummer, right? That kind of thing. This is a tourmaline. This is keeps all of the negative. This is a storehouse for like anything that comes my way that could get sticky, or it could be like, oh, I don't want to, or a safeguard in terms of that, right? It gets filled up. This one definitely needs to be cleaned, and I'm waiting for that asterisk moon, right, to do it, because I didn't do it on the Libra, on the pink, or the egg moon. I was going to, but then I was like, you know what? With everything going on, I was like, I'm just gonna let it accumulate for a bit, and all of it the same way. And the reason why I show a crystal is because of Gaia, right? We talked earlier about the rainforest being one tree, the forest being one tree. Or what about if one rock was all the rock, right? That kind of rock and roll is a vicious game. That's what they say. And love can be too, right? Love can be too, because we're here, we're alive. Every day is a blessing. We have each other. We have ourselves, right? Isn't Gaia beautiful, right? But people do this, right? They, because it's like, and it's funny because I'm attracted to crystals actually because of my divine masculine. But people might say it's weird for a construction worker to collect crystals and read tarot, but a lot of this is because of the straight nature of it, the straight angles. Look at how beautiful that is. I got a buddy, he's a geologist, and yeah, he knows all about this stuff, right? That kind of stuff. Yeah, they are. They're refined, right? They're somewhat refined, wash, right? What's going on. You guys can see there. Oh, if you can see that, it is forever, and everything is forever in space, right? So why not be aligned with Gaia? Why not be a part with Gaia? It's beautiful, and yeah, it's cool because the messages through tarot are channeled too, right? So having stuff like that kicking around is definitely helpful. Having Gaia here and present, right? Yeah, that kind of thing. So are you, Chanel. You wouldn't have been able to if you weren't yourself, right? I know you are, but what am I? I know it was, but what are you, right? You're pretty. Yes, you are. Beautiful people showing up for these readings. Okay, they're like therapy sessions to take time out. You have to go out and live your life. I couldn't have said it better. Like I said, your guys' intuition is the one that like makes the concrete stuff in the chat, right? I just ramble bamble, and it's meant to go out into the ether, right? Or somebody might uncover a weird old data file in the year 3042, and it'll be us hanging out. Wouldn't that be cool? Just like these light beings coming across this data that's scattered across the moon because some supercomputer in DC blew up in like 2048 and then like floated out to the moon. And then the data chip sat there for another 1,000 years. And then along came this interstellar beings of light, and they found the data chips and they uncovered them. And what it was our live tarot chat. That'd be a crazy movie. We should make that movie. That'd be fun. All right. How about some 5D cards for the group since we're just chilling right now? Source, all things synchronistic have given me a break. So that means I think Chanel, you are Chanel, and then hey, you will be up next. That's the way we're going to run it. Okay. Chanel, did you have anything you wanted to talk about tonight, or do you just want some general cards to read the daily energies? We can do simple yes, no kind of stuff. Afra was in the other day and we did a card per week for our next 7 days. She wanted to know what's going to happen to me next week. So we did 1 card per day for 7 weeks. It's kind of cool. I think we want to talk Gaia. This is the dreams of Gaia Tarot. Good night, Dusty Blue. Thanks for being a part of the program. It's the Legends of Tarot for April 25th. Come on back whenever you're feeling the vibe, right? You're always welcome here. You always got a place to land. If I'm live, we can kick it. Yes, we can, right? Kind of cool. That was just at the bottom of the deck, right? What do we got there? That's a 7 of air. That's a 7 of swords, right? Be careful, right? There's always a warning, right? We don't necessarily know what it is. We have to trust that we can trust. Let me help you, help me help you. I had that situation. We were coming out of getting some takeout with my son, and he's at an age where I need him to hold the takeout on the way home, but I don't trust him not to drop the pizzas, while he's trying to open the door and hold the pizzas and everything. So I hold the pizzas while he gets in, and then I set the pizzas on him once he's in. But sometimes when he's getting in, I'm standing in the way of the door, and I can't allow him to open the door, even though I'm trying to do it. And then the long and short of it, he needs to help me so that I can drive. So I was like, hey, man, can you let me help you, help me, help you, help me? And that's actually the way, in a linear fashion, that was what was happening through what we were doing. And it was just, I thought about it for a second. I was like, yep. It happened that many times. I was doing this so he could do that, so that I could do this so that he could do that. And it was just like, wow, unreal. That is unreal. All right. I'll take a reading. Kelsey steps up. I'll take a reading. Get me in there. I'll take a reading. Hi, Kelsey. Thanks. You picked a good spot to come. We got a small little love tribe going on here. We're hanging out in this little corner of the matrix. This is known as the Legends of Tarot and today is for April 25th. It's a Thursday. It's a heart center energy day. There's not a lot going on in Legend. We already covered a lot of it in the early part of the program, but definitely you can have a reading. I'm gonna have a little drink, and we're gonna do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. And that's why I gotta say to my smartphone sometimes. I'm like, Ashley, get down, go. I have such a love-hate relationship with my smartphone. I'd be foobar without it, and that's a Canadian term for effed up beyond all recognition. But I want to leave it behind so often in my subconscious, and even sometimes in my conscious mind. I want to be like, I'm going to turn you off and throw you in the river for a day or two. Absolutely. Okay. I want to get off the soapbox for a little while, right? Somebody else hop up there, keep the chat going. It's stories and things we share, 40 things we share. I'm going to have a drink of water. Then we're going to read for Chanel and Kelsey and Hey, or otherwise known as Sungaya. Thank you for that intermission, that interlude, Sungaya, of talking about Gaia. That was fun for us, at least for me. We do the funnest shit here. Cool kids only. Cool kids only. Do I karaoke? No. I can, though. Sorry if you guys are really getting sick of this song. I don't mean to torture you. But this right now, this melodic thing is the best thing to like wipe my brain and be like, let's get connected. It's like in between rounds of a boxing ring. Each little rating is like a 3-minute like boom, boom, boom with Mike Tyson. And then it's like, oh, we get a chance to rest and we can just chill and chat. Absolutely. 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 And I wouldn't be able to describe the Vedic story behind how the goddess, the snake, rides up the chakras to reunite with I think it's a lover or another god or goddess that sits above and the crown chakra opens like a lotus flower. But the root chakra, the red one, this one, this is its element, its related element is earth, it's Gaia, right? And it comes from your health and your securities and feeling grounded. And that snake, it rests in that. Sorry, I don't know if it's a snake, but it's like that goddess. I can't remember the names, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering it for those that know the tradition, the history. That awakens there. It's because it's that part of Gaia that's coming up through you as Gaia's flower, if that makes sense. And you're the flower. You're the expression of her, of Mother Earth, and Mother Earth is the expression of the greater universe. So it's let me help you kind of thing, right? Motivation. What precedes it is knowledge, Chanel. I feel knowledge because you have to know, you have to be well equipped with the tools you need. Who wants to go on an epic journey with a hobbit and an empty stomach? Not me, guy. Nobody. Nobody wants to go with a hobbit and an empty stomach. What you want to do is you need a shield, you need a sword, you need a plan, you need a map, you need some gold pieces in case you get in a bind. You need to get equipped, get tooled up. Pretending at the starting menu of an epic journey, right? And you're like, I need this, that. And sometimes we have to get focused on resources and doing the grind a little bit. And then we get that promotion. And then once it's there, you don't necessarily have to be going anywhere, but at least you're motivated to do something. So they're the weapons and the armor, they're a metaphor for the knowledge you need to go forth in what you do. And your goal has to be important enough for you to want to begin in the first place. So it's about future visioning, motivation a lot of the time as well. Okay. Ayun, I love reading. You've been here since the start. See how tonight goes, Ayun. I see you for sure. Okay, put you down again. Why not? We're just a small group doing our things. But when there's just like 4 or 5 of us hanging out like this, it's nice to sit and chit chat with you guys. And those of you that want to chat and want to talk and get to know each other more about us, right? About the one that is, right? Strongest desire to go outside, but you're really busy. I thrive at night, so I think we'll step on. Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. It's funny when you're a kid, you go out and play in the dirt for hours. You don't care. You're 35, 40 years old. You don't want to go near. You're like, I'll get sick. I don't want to breathe in the little microbes. It's so dirty. It's so greasy. That's why I like, staying in the blue collar side of things, still go out and get dirty. I play like I'm 4 years old and I get paid to do it during the day, right? Where can I find those? Yeah. Absolutely. Chakra meditations. Okay. Chanel, seeing as we're asking about that motivation, we're going to pull your cards. I'm going to cut your cards right now because you were next up on the list. Okay. Absolutely. Magnetic minds. There's so many good ones. If you like psytrance, I recommend one called Cloud Surfing. One of my favorites right now. And also anything I wouldn't start at Zen Garden, and never mind the binaural perfect hertz thing. I don't put a lot of stock into that. You may find a few good ones there, but it's generally, and some tones will work for you depending on where you're at in your awakening. Sometimes you just need the chant, and there's channels, YouTube channels that'll just play the chant over and over for you, so you can feel the proper vibration to get that going. And your motivation lies in this chakra here. Your willpower, it's called the lower Tao. So that could be a chakra for you that's just not been moving properly if you've been having issues with meditation. Okay. This is what tarot has to say for you, Chanel, right? It's about that future point in a timeline. And it's about you being able to see it clearly. Hangman reversed. You might have knowledge, you might have brainstorms about it, you might have visions, right? But this is being able to see it clearly, right? It has to have some value in it for you, I feel. But right now, things might seem so adrift that you don't know, maybe what's worth your time, what's worth your energy, that sort of thing. It can come with a level of apathy with it, where it's like, I just don't care. I really don't care. I'm comfortable now. I'm comfortable here, right? And this sort of thing. Okay. So yeah, and it's okay to move on issues, to take action on issues. This time of the season is favoring it. But if you're having a tough time, like coming out of more dreamier states and things like that, where it's just like, I wish I could get this stuff done. Maybe it's the laundry. Maybe it's the dang dishes. Maybe it's something of that nature, Don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel worry for it, because those things won't do anything about it. Won't add a day to your life. This is more about the call to being like, I have the key to my own cell type thing. I can leave anytime I want. I just might be hanging around just because it's comfortable, or this comfortable for just a little while longer. So it's important for you to take action before you maybe find yourself faded in a tower moment where you have to take action in it. You want to say a step ahead of the game, or 2 moves ahead on the chessboard. All right, that sort of thing. All right, 7 of Wands, right? And it's okay if you have to go into protection mode to do that, right? If it's one of those things where it's like, maybe you feel like some toxicity in certain relationships, or by having to put yourself out there in a new marketed position, maybe to find a new job, or find a new path, or find a new tribe, or a guru, or whatever it might be, whatever you're searching for. Is that YouTube comes in again, and I still haven't found what I'm looking for, right? But do you really know? It's about that. I think it hit it on the head when we said that future point in your timeline, the future visioning, right? Let that be your tool to accumulate knowledge, because it flows like almost like a tube, right? It's like if the information, if your equipment, or if your knowledge, if that part of it is strained, you will feel it in the motivation portion. You'll feel it in all portions, right? And if it's like, if the future vision, or what you deem to be future reward, if that seems dreary and bleak, then you will suffer in the moment for your motivation, right? So this is being able to envision, to take stock of your future vision, and to formulate it for itself, right? But it might require some separation from something that's toxic. Okay, Chanel, something might have been bringing you down. And you had asked that question about the Ukrainian fellow that I would court today, and I wanted to let you know that the feeling I had based on the day's energy for collective, I kind of thought about it, and I usually drop the readings, right? But we've been hanging out for a few days. I'm getting to know you guys. But your boyfriend came into my mind. Actually, we were driving home with the pizza, because then I was getting ready to do the live chat and wondering who I was going to see and all that stuff. And I thought, man, for authoritative as everything is seeming these days, especially here in North America. It was like teachers are on the prowl for kids that are late for class because they're worried about spring fever and everyone acting out of turn. The same reason why the cop is on the highway, because now the roads are good and everybody wants to speed and they want to say, hey, no, you can't. That kind of thing. I was kind of like hoping that he didn't pull a judge or have a judge that was having a bad day or too bad of a time. Okay. Seems like he's pretty resourceful though, right? Okay. It's been fun getting to know you guys. It's been like magic, right? And it is. And I hope it for continued success. See how the magician created something? He used his alchemy bench to make it. Now he's holding up above his head. He said, wow, I did it once. I could do 100 of them if I want. Might take some time, but let's see what happens down the road. Do I want to walk away or do I want to engage? What level of engagement am I willing to, like, for the motivation? Because you have to, if you're trying to say, why am I not motivated, or what should I gravitate or motivate towards, then you're going to want to say, what level of engagement is it going to require from me? And honestly, within myself, can I accept the level of engagement that it's going to ask of me in order to do it? Okay. Hopefully you heard from him today. Right? Hopefully you heard from him today. You got a lawyer? Has he got an air sign lawyer? Right? This kind of thing, who's fighting for him? That's possible. That's possible. Okay? And your motivation, some of those things might change. You might still be a little bit tightly pinned to external situations affecting your inner happiness. Hopefully not too much, right? And it does. It's funny because when you go through like those, what Sungaya was saying about when you're starting to awaken and you're grounded and you're feeling secure and you're wanting to grow, sometimes we really do withdraw into like that four of swords type energy where it's like, you need to do some clearing and some spending some alone time and research. But too much of that time, it gets to a point where the dreaminess and the brainstorming must end. And the Aries, we just came through that series where it was like the fire season, the Aries, the active doing, the active Zen, yoga doing, Zen doing time. And it's almost like if you couldn't have got on that bus now, you definitely need to catch the next flight out to Action Town. Let's get active. Let's get physical. I wanna Juice Newton. Olivia Newton-John. We've settled that one last night. Right? I better just settle down here. Henry Lemongello, hi. Thank you for posting. To be here and there, enjoying the room's present. We've hatched a praying mantis, and we've been running them to the garden. Oh, that's awesome. That's a great story. The mantis. Beautiful. In today's cinematography, we see all the beautiful and best of Gaia. If you want to get motivated, Chanel, if you go just into any search engine and stay on the images section and put in Gaia's creatures, the animal kingdom, you can spend a whole night of just getting in touch with that. And then you'll be like, wow, now I did it. Now I realize the animal within. I gotta get moving. Tries to get me motivated, but she's mean about it. Hey, well, I mean, maybe you need a little of that. Maybe you need a little. Hey, let's get moving. Let's get up. Hello, Eleni Selassie. It's like Holly Selassie, but Eleni Selassie. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Disclaimer: I'm Canadian and I'm allowed to, because I love the whole world and I love you all. Thank you for being a part of the program. This is the Legends of Tarot for Thursday, Heart Energy Day, April 25th, 2019. We're hanging out and we're doing it. I'm Ethiopian. So was Haile Selassie. Was he not? Was he not the king of Ethiopia? I think so. And you're Ethiopian. So that's great. Hi from Canada and unless you're here in Canada too, because that's very well possible. Yeah, why not? Why not? You're probably beautiful right now in the present moment. You are beautiful right now in the present moment, right? See the difference between those two statements? I could lose, but you don't have to. If you don't want to. If you're happy with you, you know what? You're beautiful either way. Either way. Not all Canadians, Eleni, Vision boards, spiritual rosewater in the book, The Badass could help. Yeah. You are badass. In the book, You Are a Badass. I was thinking Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. You're a badass. Or The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Oh, man, I think that's the first F-bomb I've dropped while being live. I'm sorry, YouTube and everyone. I'm really sorry. Should have dropped the F-bomb. Do other readers swear? Do they? Do they swear? Oh, my. Oh, no. Oh, no. Dang it. Dang it. So mad. Okay. I work in construction. I swear like a sailor all day long. This is my opportunity not to swear like a sailor. I say some pretty crude stuff. So it's a bit of an act. Like I said last night, I like to trick my ego. I like to trick my ego sometimes. It's like, yes, we're running a great big show here. We're running a list, but you know what? To be honest, you guys, I'm feeling a lot less regimented tonight than I was last night. The readings are moving a little bit slower, and I don't really have. I could have control of that, but it would restrict the energy flow, I feel. But we are moving through this stuff. Okay, we just finished reading for Chanel. Okay, and then Sangaya is next. Okay, then we have Kelsey, and we have. Yes, Kelsey Small. Yes, you are still here. Thank you for saying hi. Thank you for being part of the program and remaining engaged. And everybody, if can I get right one of those? It sounds so dumb, but it's so cheesy. But it's like it's that serotonin button in my brain. I'm like, somebody likes me. Somebody doesn't mind that I drop an F-bomb. Oh, that's okay. And sometimes I just forget. Some of my favorite people, I'll tune in for reading. It'll be the most awesome, blow your mind reading I ever have, and then I'm like, I just forgot to like that. And then I have to go back and like it again because it's like blow my mind. The new moon coming up. Yeah. Let's do a new moon, new you chat. Yeah. See, I love that sort of spirit initiative, Sungaya, right? And you're up next. But I'm just gonna take a moment. Absolutely. Should we look at this moon a little bit? I've got a resource here. I'm not the most talented astrologer, but we definitely have a moon we could look at. Okay, happening on the 4th into the 5th of May. Happens on a Saturday. Okay, happens on a third eye chakra day. Right, that's kind of cool. Feeling on that is this new moon is that you can. If it comes, they always say, like, set your affirmations, plant your seeds on the new moon. And I think the theme of this one here is going to be you can. Whatever it is, you can. The allowance, it's going to be big. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot less noticed, I think, than the full moon that's coming in Scorpio. Maybe just that's because I'm a triple Scorpio. No, sorry, double. I'm only sun, moon, and then Venus. Yeah. I think this new moon is going to be one of determination and allowance. I'm going to give myself the kick in the ass, the pat on the back, the push I need, that kind of thing. Almost like a New Year's resolution time, but this is just like a side set new moon, right? Or no moon, right? It's the no moon, not the dark side of the moon. Or the shadow of the earth, right? That kind of thing. Oh, are you so tired in Ethiopia? Okay, Eleni, I'm going to put you on the list, okay? Thank you for showing up and being a part of it here tonight. If we don't get to you but I will do a question for you, but unfortunately, I do follow a little bit of a format, a list, and right now is Sungaya's turn, okay? And Eleni, I will keep your name high up on the list, okay? You just got off work. Wow. I'm glad you're here with us. Thank you for being here with us. Lena should be next for you. You're not wrong. I totally was. Okay, you're not wrong. All right. Go back in the chat and catch up with the question. This is authentic tarot for authentic viewers, folks. Every apology accepted. Everyone swears. It's true. What's happening with Ronnie? And I is my question. I liked and subbed. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that. Sorry, I get sometimes disconnected with the chat. Sometimes I'm right engaged with it, and then other times I'm disconnected with it. So if you're so tired, yeah, I get it. Let's get some cards out for you. Okay. Thank you so much, Eleni. So you have that beautiful energy. And the only reason I know about the Emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie, is because of Bob Marley. And the only reason I know Bob Marley was because, I was born in the 70s. I grew up in the 80s. And he was a phenomenon. He was a force. He was a reckon. He was amazing, right? All right. Greetings to Ethiopia. I'm about to cut your cards, Eleni. Right, we said it was going to be Eleni. I wish you the best in peace, prosperity, joy, abundance, bliss, happiness, and all the flowers along your path of destiny in the Zen garden, leading from here to over there. Love you all. To the entire room, I love you all. Okay. Oh, a reversal. This could indicate to me that there might be. You had a particular question with Ronnie. Okay, and I get a sense that there might be children involved here. Something slowing the situation down. Okay, I'm not sure if there might be somebody that is just held back due to family structuring, or there's been very slow moving energies, which is why you have posed the question, because it's left you a little bit confused. And then so I have a feeling is that there might not be as much expression and authentic listening at this time as well. The Knight of Pentacles reverse is really stuck in the mud sometimes. This brings with it like the energy of like the Four of Pentacles, even, where it's just like it hasn't healed, something hasn't matured, or there could be a nurture care factor here. Right, we're in the Taurus season of this nurturing, where it could be like a child or something of that nature, like that's holding it back, or a child like not really behavior, but it's like, or there could be a lack of maturity. Okay, that's what the Knight of Pentacles has there, right? Whether that's Ronnie, whether that's you, I get to Ronnie through you, Eleni, right? Right, but feeling connected nonetheless. I think there's a stronger bond here in terms of a spiritual journey that you have with Ronnie that goes beyond with what kind of happens to and fro and on the day. There's a larger appreciation that I feel that he has of you. And for some reason, I feel you're longing to reach out. See how she's reaching out to touch him, but he's way far away and he's kind of off in La La Land. He might not be the best listener. This is a feeling I have. And it's just kind of like there's this dreaminess about him. He's probably a really good looking gentleman. He's probably a really good looking dude. But he probably, and it's not that he lets it go to his head, but it's just like, it's kind of one of those person where it's like, he gets in these dreamy states, in these dreamy places where it's like his focus is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And it's almost like you feel like you've been a part of his life where you're hoping like he would be a part of your life, but you might not have been able to reach that conclusion or reach out to that level of engagement or attachment with him just due to his being aloof or being very flighty. But there is a stronger, bolder connection that's here with that as well. Okay, he might have started a new job, or you guys might be thinking about doing something together. You might be planning a project together in the near future. You may be sharing dinner soon as well, right? This is like a dinner plate. That's the feeling and the sense I got, is you might be having dinner together the next time that you see him, like a longer get together. But somebody has to open the door. Somebody has to send an invitation out here, I feel, in order for this to happen and walk through the gate. But the gate is open and there is a willingness to connect there. And there is also a cycle that needs to be completed with you and Ronnie. So you haven't seen the last of them. You guys will be spending more time together. Okay. And if you're worried about anything in regards to infidelity or third party situations, know that it's not substantiated, that he's not one to fool around, to play around, to mess around, right? I think he's learned that lesson once before, so he doesn't do it. So I think if you're worried about anything in that regard, Eleni, set your mind at ease, because I really don't get a sense for it. And I see a sense of something bigger being meant for you two, okay, on that level. All right, just mini readings. This Three of Swords reverse came out in the Days cards and today's cards as well, being like, make sure that we're not we're not subconsciously co-creating anything gnarly, right? Kind of thing. And yeah, gnarly is what we say in Canada for not so good. Not so good, right? It used to be when something was gnarly, it was awesome, but now gnarly is like not so good. So I know if that's hard to understand, Ellen, I want you to have faith in the knowingness that what's to come for you is whatever the consciousness of what you've already created wants for the two of you. It's something beautiful and it's something eternal. And I think it's something that you and Ronnie should celebrate. There is something there that you should celebrate, okay? Maybe one of you is having to take a new job in a different town so that you can live closer together. You know, something like that with that Ace of Pentacles being there, right? That sort of thing. All right. Ayun, thank you. I love you. You are awesome too. Hey, thanks, Electric Wizard. I will put you down on the list, okay? Okay, you can go to bed now, Eleni. Good night, night. Those are your night cards. You're tired. You're welcome so much, and I love you too. I love you too. Okay, get the love. I need a more comfy chair. Is what I need. I'm sitting on like an old school desk chair, just like getting eaten alive, right? So, all right. Thank you, Electric Wizard. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, hi, Rupali. Yes, you can ask questions, but I don't respond to them until it's your turn, of course, silly goose. That's until then, right? That's what's going on. Okay, I'm going to play the song again, and I'm going to take a few breaths of prana for myself. Okay? It's like a runaway train sometimes. I see you. You're next. Sungea, you're next. Welcome to the show. Legends of Tarot. April 25th, Thursday, Heart Chakra Day. Some people have leg day. I have a Heart Chakra Day. Hi, Rupali. Cool kids only. It's the Legends of Tarot, silly. Please confirm if I'm added. Absolutely. Through let's see my okay. Rupali. I'll even put the K behind it so I remember even better. It's not very structured here. Very watery, very right brain, the left brain, right brain, very, very, very. It's a loose program. Say that. We go for a rip and then we do live tarot. It's good. You're welcome. You're welcome. And the way I want it, run it, Rupali, is that if I don't get to you by the end of today's live feed, you get VIP status for tomorrow's live feed or the next time I do a live feed. It's daily tarot. It's a Legends of Tarot. That's what it's becoming. That's what I tricked my ego into thinking what it is. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to my world famous program. Nah, really, we're just a glitch in the matrix over here. That's all we're doing. Electric Wizard, I got you there. Hello. Welcome Rupali and welcome Electric Wizard to our little corner of the internet where we share benevolent, loving energy through tarot. We do free readings and we chit chat. And I make everybody listen to the theme song from WKRP in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, WKRP. Okay, that's just the rules. Cool kids only. Baby, you and me were never meant to be. Just maybe think of me once in a while. I'm at WKRP in Cincinnati. All right. Thanks for that. Thank you, WKRP. Thank you, Water. Thank you, viewers. All right. And of course, I've got the super chat enabled. I don't ask, I don't expect. I just say if you want the VIP If you want the VIP shortcut, you know where it is. It's just that simple, right? All right. So, Sungea, are you still here? Are you ready? We're getting back into it. I had my moment of chillingness. Okay, we're running out of time though. This might be my last one for tonight. To be honest with you, I can't believe it's already 9:30. We're coming up on 2 hours. Just an open reading, just a general reading for the day's energies, Sungea, or what would you like? Baby, you and me were never meant to be. You have a question? Okay. Tarot has some answers. So hit me with your best shot. I'm gonna try. See if I can extend the reading a little bit. I don't have to necessarily shut it down. When I have to shut it down, I might have to go in a rather quick fashion. So ritualistically, we'll do it that way. Is the karmic cycle over between the Pisces and yourself? Okay. Let's see. We're checking. So by that, Sungea, I'm wondering, like, are we looking for any residual energies that might exist for the karmic cycle? Well, in turn, if something to be over, it wouldn't be a cycle, because a cycle would infer that it starts again. So in order for it to be over, what we're really doing is saying, is the karma that was once created now voided, now over? Okay. Hi, Afra. Welcome back. I'm looking and trying to find your release energy of the past. Yeah. Checking for that residual energy, right? Okay. Queen of Swords has been up for a lot of people. Were you here for the 5D card when the Queen of Swords came? I was just gonna say, I thought we cut her again, but it wasn't. I was like, holy crap! When she came out, I'll be interested to see if she's here in your cards, because sometimes we just gotta get the lint brush up, rub the heck out of that your pajama pants, so there's no more little fuzzies on there. Well, them fuzzies just drive you crazy, right? I'm just kidding, but like, you know what I mean, right? Like, in terms of like voiding the karma. You're 15. Cool, Electric Wizard. I'll try not to drop any F-bombs. Okay, I might slip. I slipped once earlier tonight. My son is 13. He dreamed that your teacher was mad at me. In the end, she was sitting just talking about something. She was in a certain poem, and then the dream came true. What does this mean? You know, Mom. Well, electric, it could mean plenty of things. Could mean plenty of things. What I would do is I would write the dream down if you haven't already. Maybe you did already. Good job if you did. Okay. And then let it go. Okay. Everybody that's involved in tarot and esoteric and dream type stuff, they will tell you, it's like, if it came from the subconscious, you saw it come to fruition, and then the natural process is to let it go, to let it reveal itself to you, to what it means. That might be difficult for you to understand. And a lot of things, to be honest, Electric Wizard, that we talk about are very difficult for a mind of 15 years to understand, because your mind's not fully there. You've still got another 10 years to go before your brain is finished, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to give you a quick guide map to say, write it down. If you write the dream down, if you haven't, then put it away somewhere safe, and then let it go. Okay, that would be my message to you. Okay, all right. Okay, hey. I'm pouring energy into these cards. Sungea, it's there. Kelsey, yeah, Kelsey. You are up next. Yeah, I think we could make that work. I think that we can make that work. If I read for Sungea and then I read for you. And thank you for still being here. You're so patient. I hope you got something else on the go. Jigsaw Puzzle, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't care what it is. Petting Mr. Kittens, or hitting the body bag. Maybe the speed bag. Whoompa, 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 whoompa. Whatever you're doing. Thanks for still just having us on, right? Can I go back on video? Did you answer my question? I hope I answered your question. After we work towards that every day, we'll keep you in our thoughts. We'll keep you here, and we'll keep you posted. Pop in and out. In terms of you're definitely here. You're definitely here, and we've hit you 3 out of the last 4 days. So we're letting some newbies step into the situation here. Kelsey Smalls is Biggie's little sister, Kelsey Smalls. Kelsey Small. Hi, Kelsey Small. It's nice to see you here. Thank you for being a part of the program. Okay. All right. Sungea. I'm about to cut your card, Sungea. You are here. I know you are here. Okay. All right. I wish you the best in all things to Sungea and the entire room. The overall energy in this one is a reversal on a 5 of swords. Okay, yikes. Yikes. This paired with what you just typed in here, right? This will stop soon. This feeling like someone is behind you, or feeling like someone's channeling negative energy towards you. This is about to stop too. It's like somebody wanted to manipulate the energy around you, or manipulate you directly, is the feeling that I have here. Okay. I'm not sure to what level the connection was. This could be something as serious as like a family member, but more like a lover, and the social context of that lover's. So your person's friend, right? Or that family member's friends. You might have had recently just had to fight a little bit of a battle for your own dignity. Okay, is what this card is showing, but it's over now. There's nothing. It's like that David Bowie movie Labyrinth, where the young girl and David Bowie's the evil one, and the young girl comes up to him, and all she has to do to defeat him is says, "You have no power over me." And because he realizes, the evil one realizes there's no truth in that statement, that he really didn't have any direct power over, all of his imaginary power fell away. Okay. You protect yourself. See those? You did it right. You did it right, Sungea. You put those 4 swords around you. You got into sanctuary. You picked up the 5th one and you said, let this be my truth. And this is going to be what it is, because I respect myself. I care about myself. And I'm going to stand for my own dignity and what I believe in and integrity. And you did it right. You did it upright. Okay. Very cool. Cool. Some more cards, right? Because there were lies involved here. Somebody was manipulating. Somebody was lying in that situation. Okay. You know, I'm able to focus in based on what you've typed in, obviously, but it's showing me now that there was a lie, and it's stuff probably that you need to hear, right? There was an untruth, or there is a current lie that someone believes that they're getting away with right now. So you may need to keep that sword in your hand for a little while longer, right? And maybe that's why I went off so much on it, right? On that sword she was holding, because it's the Ace of Swords. It's the new idea, right? But it's here being like, if we're going to use this big ass sword, we can't be afraid, right? It's like that epic tale of the young knight, or the you've got to find the strength to pick up that sword, pull it out of the stone, swing that bad boy around, and not be afraid that you might get caught, or you might get knocked down once or twice. You probably already have been. You picked yourself off. But words are weapons sharper than knives. Makes you wonder how the other half survives. Okay, that was an INXS quote, but it's definitely channeled through in the message, right? You know, makes you wonder. You know, every single one of us. Okay, 3 of Wands reversed here, because it's holding you back. You've been held back. You've been held up, almost like a stagecoach. Give me all your gold. Give me all your money, or you're gonna get a taste of the moon, kind of thing, right? That old gangster talk. It's like you've been held up, maybe not at gunpoint, but in a way that you felt like, this isn't right. That's not right. This karma, this residual energy that you're letting go in. This is about uncovering path and truth. Okay. This is about taking stock in what this has taught you. And then the karma will just go away. Once you turn it in, what you're feeling in is like, that sticky, ugly, gooey energy. And you say, but what is it teaching me? What did I learn from it? And as soon as you do that, the gooiness or the ugliness will go away. You'll walk out into a brand new day, right? Brand new, or the ship will come in. The ship will finally be there, right? But you got a little work to do before that happens, I feel, okay? Not much suggesting. There's no cups here, okay? That's the other thing. The soon-to-be ex-husband and my family all in one. You're on the outside looking in. I'm on the outside. I'm looking in. I see the real you. See the true colors. It's okay, because it almost feels like this was a test where your dignity or integrity was at stake, and you had to make some difficult choices about, celebrating in a funk of something that might have not seemed real to you, but compromising your principles or your realities, and there was a lot of money involved at some point in time on something ridiculous, and then you did it, you stood up for it, and it caused all these people to take notice to you, and then they attached themselves to you because you were the drama that they could melodrama about. You unfortunately became a subject of something that somebody could create a drama about. And once that happens, then everybody has to run around and have their little fun, and you're left, no, I'm not effing participating in that. I don't agree with it. I'm not going to stand for it. Okay? And you could have had to sacrifice some good times. You could have just sucked it all up and been the Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, where she went to the cocktails parties, but it didn't feel like her. It wasn't herself. It was everything she dreamed for, but she gave up on her grassroots, on who she was, no matter how buddy or how that it could have been judged. If you haven't seen that movie, it's an old one. It's like, and then Roy Orbison did the theme song. Pretty woman, walking down the street, pretty woman, the kind I like to meet. I don't believe you, it can't be true. No one could look as good as you. Okay, if that's the way it should be, okay, what can I say? She's walking back to me. That's not how it goes. I butchered, but it's Roy Orbison, right? You know the movie, right? That kind of thing. Okay, that's kind of the feeling I got. And thank you, Sungea, and your Pisces and this person. I mean, it feels like the times are not so good. There's like, it almost feels like there's a sister or a sibling involved that is like it's coming in, and some of the energy is being persuaded or changed or directed through there. Okay, those are your cards. Hopefully you enjoyed that, Sungay. Hopefully that gave you a little bit of, you were able to intuit your own answers via my ramble bamble, and that you were able to take something for that. Okay, you guys are the psychics. You guys are the clairvoyants. You guys, I'm just the tarot reader. You guys are the clairvoyants, right? You're intuiting the information, and I grind on like a slow midnight freight train. I just chug it, drink. You thought I was going to say choo choo, didn't you? Well, I said drink. Okay, sorry. The uncanniness of silliness. I won't torture you with it for too long. But this is the Legends of Tarot, and it's a hard chakra day, so I don't care. But I do care so much for all of you, and thank you for being here. Kelsey, hopefully you're still here. You're up next, and I'm happy that you are. Okay. Rupali, yeah, the way things are rolling on, yeah, it's looking like we'll be able to get through just some cards for you, okay? It looks like we'll be able to make it happen. I might let my kids stay up late so I can hang out with you, because I know I'd keep him up when I get on my rants, my raves. But I can hear him giggling when I sing. So yeah, it's cool. Hi everyone. Just while we have this little bit of a refreshment and downtime, want to take time to remember 2015 Kathmandu, 8,000 souls. Just saying, we're always here, we're always around, we're always in and out of the tangible. We're Gaia, now we're spirit, right? We're Gaia, now we're spirit, and it's like the death rebirth cycle, right? And we get creative control. That's what we're learning in this 5D energy. This is what we're coming to a point of, is we're getting control of our own death rebirth cycles. And now Scorpio is in opposition to this Taurus energy, and it's just presenting you with this, right? Then this asterisk new moon coming up in Scorpio coming up, it's going to say that's what it's about, okay? It's giving it to you, saying that's what you get the creative control now of your death rebirth cycle. Create your own world while you're in spirit. And when you come back to this one, continue to be the best version of yourself and learn and grow. Oh, good night, Ayun. Good night. It's been great to hang out with you tonight. And you snuck in a reading right off the start of the night, but we'll get you in again soon. Ayun, see you soon, Ayun. Bye-bye. The Brad Pitt of Tarot. The Brad Pitt of tarot. He's an actor. He's not a singer. That's right. Yeah. Um, yeah. I do share a birthday with Leonardo DiCaprio on November 10th, not Brad Pitt. And it was like kind of wild. Like Leonardo DiCaprio played Jack on the Titanic, which sunk on the same day, coincidentally, in a different year that Leonardo da Vinci was born. It's so weird. It's so live and in your face, right? Kind of thing. So yeah, you're beautiful. Go run your toes through the grass. And thanks to everyone for being here on the Legends of Tarot. We're about to read for Kelsey Small. If you're here, please say hello. What did I miss? Just the goofiness shine bright. And hopefully I didn't contribute to your loss of sleep. Sometimes I'm throwing out a lot of energy into the ether. I'm always throwing out love, bliss, abundance, joy, benevolence, and prosperity to everyone. So hopefully I wasn't the reason if you were getting an upload or a download from your angels and your spirit guides, because we're sharing in the goodness tonight. Kelsey, do you have a specific question, or do you want a general reading? Okay. Hello again. Baboom again. Boom, shaboom. Oh, who put the bop in the bop, she bop, she bop? Who put the dip in the dip, to dip, to dip? Who put the ram in the ram-a-lam-a ding dong? Who was that man? I'd like to shake his hand. He made my baby fall in love with me. Okay, Kelsey, you got it. Let's start putting some good love and energy into the tarot, all right? Who put the bop in the bop, she bop, she bop? Who put the dip in the dip, de dip, de dip? All right, we did. That's who did it. We did it. Because it's cool kids only on the Legends of Tarot. We're all about that love. Send some love. Let's create some love. Let's make some love. Cancer does it. Taurus, when the light is shining, right? You're doing it, right? It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's a good time. It's the time. No, I was way off key on that one. We're getting into Kelsey's cards here for a general reading. Thank you, Kelsey, for being a part of it tonight. I think this is the first time I've seen you here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate the whole room. I appreciate you in this moment, Kelsey. It's a moment of space and time. Let's be joined through the tarot for a moment. Okay, tarot, what does Kelsey need to know? What do the cards have to say for Kelsey? I'm cutting your cards now, Kelsey. Okay. Wish you the best in all things. Because you might be feeling like you're stuck. You might be feeling like something's not worth it. Something's just not worth my time, not worth my energy, just not like what I'm feeling, right? You may be feeling blocked in things regarding the outside world, even, I feel. I'm not sure what that's about, okay? These it could be things that you have bound yourself to. See, can you see the sadness or a little bit of despair or anguish? Maybe you have recently, for your first time in your life, experienced the depths of such emotions, and you might be in a little bit of recovery, and you might just be taking your own dang time. You're like, this is my time. Get out of my space. I need some time for this, right? Okay. And this also shows that things can only go up from here. The Four of Pentacles is kind of like, or the Four of Earth, and I'm feeling it in the 5D and the Gaia deck over there. Believe it, it's the Four of Earth. Okay. It is. It's like an oracle card would have that one, and they would call it the rock of the bottom. Okay. And this reading, if your focus was on relationship, maybe your relationship has reached a point where it can either only get better or it needs to dissolve. It needs to get pressed, right? Or it needs to repair. Okay. And if it's just stuck in the relationship, it's like, wow, somebody really needs to pay attention to the mood and the emotion. Could be your person, could be your partner, right? You may listen very attentively, curious as your signs, who's the air sign in this relationship, right? Because it's been a challenge to what's being said versus what's being heard. Somebody's had to be very careful about what they've had to believe, right? But somebody is learning from it. There's a level of mastery from it, right? Or somebody might actually be holding somebody back or holding somebody down, right? The King of Swords has enough power to direct this card to be like, you know what? Remember when kind of thing. And it's just like, but we never left. We're still here. And this person's still saying, but like, do you remember when? And you're like, no, I just don't understand. And this person's still saying, well, I'm trying to tell this to you. I'm trying, and it's like, but have you heard anything that I have said? Do I even come up on your level, or is it acting out of a place of such authoritative, crusted over ego, where the pineal gland and the finer essence of spirit can't be released within this king? The mastery that this king holds, he still needs to be released in the 5D energy. He still has to be like given. See, he's a falconer. He himself knows, as much as he wants to fly, he'll never be able to fly. But he keeps that bird close, and he treats it as an extension. So he can act very egoically, even when he's upright, okay? And can have power over situations that can leave us feeling stuck. And by he, it might sound like I'm meaning your person, but I mean the King of Swords, okay? Or if it's a she, it doesn't have to be gender specific, right? That's a real learning hurdle for us readers and these court cards, okay? But as all relationships are, the sun rises and the sun sets on things. And if you're having a tough time seeing a future in a relationship, or if you realize that tomorrow's a new day, the new day might be a metaphor for a new person or a change in life, right? Or to release that's what binds you, okay, to it. Somebody had this card earlier, right? And there was a communication in with that issue as well with that reading when the sun came up, because the one person is reaching out longing for it, but the other person is just not in a place in their life where they can understand the other person's desire. So there's an inability to reciprocate, okay? That kind of thing. Ooh. To the point where there may be even a lack of truth due to omission. Could be hidden secrets, right? Problems exist when things are not talked about. There's some people get quite old and set in their ways in life before they learn that lesson. And the older they get before they learn that lesson, sometimes the tougher it is. Okay, so those were your cards, Kelsey. And that one ripped at the seams. We need to give Kelsey a big hug, or at least a high five or a hello and a thank you for joining the room and being a part of it all. Hi, Tanya. Welcome back, Shine Bright. Thank you all for being here. It's Legends of Tarot, Heart Chakra Thursday, right? And we're going to give Kelsey a big hug. And yeah, hopefully it was on the nail. Tarot's like a big hammer. It's just, you should see. Sometimes I do, just for symbolic purposes, when I'm working on my car, my Jeep, and I've got most of my tools out, I'll bring tarot out to the garage and I'll leave it on top of the tool chest in remembrance and the symbology of, this is just a tool. This is just, it's like a supercomputer, but it's also like a tool. Like back when they read it in the 1700s, be like, knock, 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 knock. It can be the hammer sometimes, right? Tarot's telling a story. I'm just babbling, and you're actually the one doing the intuiting. You're doing the psychic work. Don't think you're getting free readings here, people. You're doing the work on your end. Nothing's for, it's not for free. Because if it was free, you get what you paid for, which is nothing. But we're getting something out of it, which lets me know that you guys are actually out there being the intuits and doing the work. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Misty. Hugs back. Thanks for being here. Okay. We spoke briefly with Electric Wizard. Keep in mind, folks, that young man was only 15 that joined the room. We wanted to welcome him and share our love, but we kind of said hi and gave him a very positive message. And then, he went to do his thing. So, and he had a really relevant question, because he's very intuitive himself, and some very clear, lucid dreamings that are becoming made manifest. And if he was age, and if I could engage with him on my level of goofiness, that I would, but we just have to let his mind is not finished yet for another 10 years, right? It won't be done. Your pizza be ready in 10 years. I'm going to ask you guys for a moment of refreshment, if I can, because after that we had Rupalti, and then we had Tanya into the room, and Brandy and Shine Bright. Have you had a reading? Did you want to be on the list? Because I don't think we read for you, and you were here earlier tonight as well. So I think I might get you in there. I know you took a break, and if you're still awake and you're cuddled up with Fluffy, I know and you came to hang out, and that's what I really appreciate. You're the viewers and the subscribers and the supporters that I really appreciate. I'm going to take a quick moment of refreshment, people. Go talk to my person, share some love in person. Then I'll be back to share more love with you in the matrix here, just the matrix within the matrix, the internet. All right. I'm sorry for the torture, but hey, you gotta have a theme song.
Wondered whatever became of me. I'm living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP. Got kind of tired of packing and unpacking, town to town, up and down the dial. Maybe you and me were never meant to be. Just maybe think of me once in a while. Heading up that highway, leaving you behind. Hardest thing I ever had to do. Broke my heart in two, but baby, pay no mind. The price of finding me was losing you. Memories help me hide my lonesome feeling. Far away from you and feeling low. It's getting late, my friend, my love, I miss you so. Take good care of you, I've gotta go.
Henry Limoncello, hugs.
If you've ever
Wondered whatever became of me. I'm living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP. Got tired and tired packing and unpacking, town to town, up and down the dial. Baby, you and me were never meant to be. Just maybe think of me once in a while. I'm at WKRP in Cincinnati. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Don't worry, it won't last. I won't torture you forever with that jam, but it will come to a different one, okay? At some point in time, when I get like inspired or like I feel the music slapping me across the face. Okay. Lots of hugs to Misty Flores, loan signing agent, Notary Public, sharing the love. We've been talking about Kathmandu and Tonga today too, and I'm curious to hear more about Mantis, about the work that you're doing there. That seems so. Like we've been celebrating Gaia again too for another day in a row because we can't help feel it in these first days of the Taurus season. How awesome it's going to be! How awesomely connected we all are, and we are to the earth. And Sungaya engaged us. We were talking Gaia a little bit earlier. Okay, all right. So that's where we're at. We read for Sungaya. We read for Kelsey. All right. We talked to Electric Wizard. Rapalti, are you still here? But need some rest. Probably won't be long. Oh, you're always awake. Shine Bright, you're up on my VIP list. Okay, how about that? You just got VIP. You got backstage act. You're all in. You're all in. And I appreciate your patience and I appreciate you supporting the channel. Okay, thumbs up to you. I appreciate that. Okay, can I ask? You can. Please do. Rupali, it is your turn. Rupali Kahana. If I'm saying that incorrectly, please accept it. Allow it. Does Jay love me or have strong emotional feelings towards me? Ooh, okay. All right. obviously the situation is clouded. We don't have any knowledge, so we're going to have to look in. You're from India. Welcome all the way. We're up here out in the boonies, so to speak. Canada, the north of 49, they call it. They call us up here. Yeah, hi Chanel. I still am. I decided to let my kids stay up late so that I could chill with you, and he's having quite a time. He's having a good time, and he's been doing really good in school as of late. So I said, stay up an extra hour. Tomorrow's a Friday. You could be chilling, and I'm gonna do my thing, right? That kind of thing. All right, Rupali. Let's ask about Rupali and Jay. We're about to look into the cards for Rupali and Jay. Yeah, he's cute. He's cute. Rupali and Jay. Tara, what say you? How does Jay feel about Rupali? All the way across a couple ponds over in India. Okay, we were talking about Kathmandu or Tonga. Not even close, but hey, in Guy's wheelhouse, right? Guy's wheelhouse. Okay, Rupali, I'm about to cut your cards. I wish you the best in all things. To you, Rupali, and the entire room. With much love. To India. Sent to India with love. Okay. The Five of Cups. I feel like he doesn't know how he feels about you. Okay. And I think this is because it's a mirroring energy. It's a reciprocated energy. There needs to be a reflection here because it's like he might not be getting clear enough signals from you, or he does not feel safe to engage his emotions and bring them forward to you. Okay. I think there is feeling. I think he does have feeling for you. But I think Jay has been upset here by somebody or something. You know, and Jay at one point in time, I'm wondering if he just was opposed to a certain way of feeling within himself. So it didn't allow him to reach out or to bridge out to others. All right. And like, see, you see Five Cups, you know that the regret that's involved, right? Like I said, the tarot is just helping you make the connection. I'm just the bumbler, the stumper, the rambler, right? It's what Five of Cups says. But he's unable to bridge a gap of emotion. Okay? He wasn't able to come to terms with his feelings because he felt uncomfortable maybe in his feelings. I wonder if he has anxiety issues, Rupali. Panic attacks. My heart goes out to Jay and you if he does have sometimes some things that are so heavy. Okay? All right? There's something that's not allowing him to come back. I wonder if he's suffered some sort of loss monetarily or lost his way in something. He might have entered into a funk. There's like an anxiety or depression or some illusionment going on in his world right now. Okay? And I don't know how we talk about in the West, we talk about mental illness openly, and we empathize and we embrace and we accept those and try and help those that struggle with it. Okay, but I'm hoping that he knows he may feel a little bit lost. Okay, all right. There's an earth sign here that has been up to the buffet too many times, if you know what I mean. Okay, and a buffet here in the West, it's like all you can eat. But he might have been overindulgent in a lot of things and tend to have lost his shirt for short-term gain. So you look at this as somebody taking instant gratification over long-term fulfillment, okay? Making that sort of poor karmic choice, not spending his time wisely, okay? King of Pentacles reversed. And the Hangman reversed. This is card reversed. This this has come up for a few people, and it's reflective of the time. So hopefully as a good reader, it'll help me tell you here that it doesn't look like anytime soon. I don't see anything happening because he's got the keys to his own cell, right? He needs to find some support. He needs to get himself unstrung up somehow, but he doesn't know how he's going to do it yet because I think that there's trust issues that are holding him back, that are causing the larger symptoms. And depression aren't the source, they're the symptoms, okay? of not being able to feel the release or come to terms with what is feelings. Okay. So Rupali, there's your mini reading. Okay. Do I think his relationship is going good? No. Somebody's longing for more. Somebody's wishing for more. Is there general disdain or contempt for where the destiny has led? He's not quite in the Zen garden yet. Okay, he's got to get here. We invite him in. We want him to come in, Jay, but he's not quite at the Zen garden yet. Okay, just so not going good, not going good. Yeah, absolutely. G-O-O-D. It's G-O-O-D. Dang, that's good. I should write jingles for marketing slogans for people selling milk duds or like ding dongs or ho-hos or Twinkies or something. Right? Yeah, he's having a rough go. In Canada, we're saying you're having a rough go, eh? Having a rough go, rough time there, Charlie. Rough time, bud. Sounds like he's having a rough time. Okay? If you're in a position where you're open and strong enough to be able to reach out and send him a hug, give him a hug or give him an invite, I would do it. But you know him better than I do, right? You may know how reactionary. We've only pulled 3 cards, right? I don't have time to do a 28 card or a 17 card Celtic cross on it, right? I don't do personal readings. Unfortunately, I just don't have the time for it. And I also would just rather do this and hang around the tribe. Hi, Safak. I see you there. Hello. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands. Thanks for being on the show. It's the Legends of Tarot for Heart Chakra Thursday. Some people have leg day. I have heart chakra day. It's Thursday. Okay. Absolutely. That his relationship is not going good, that he wants more, and that he's struggling. Yeah, they do confirm that. They do. Yeah, they do. You said you're making the into it. Yeah. I think the enter button's stuck. Yeah, I think the enter button's stuck. Okay. Thanks, Rupali. I appreciate you. Hopefully those cards help. Looks like they confirmed what you're feeling from what you're typing in there. Shine bright. Hello. Woohoo. Woo woo. Can I get a woo woo? That's WOOOT, not WKRP. We're tired. We're getting tired of that. We're getting sick of that. I totally get it. Woo woo. Shine bright. And Chanel, welcome back. We are still going. I need a minute to stretch. You're welcome. You're very welcome. All right. You're very welcome. See, this is my corner. This is actually a corner here. I don't know if you can tell. It's actually a corner. And so we're in our little corner of the matrix. You can't really tell it's a corner unless you give it contrast. You actually pay attention to it's actually a corner, right? Kind of cool. Just coming at you live. Coming to you live from that point in space and time. We were showing off Gaia earlier. See, I could be on there. I could be twice. I can be within and I can be without. We could enter the 5D. Enter the dragon. Bruce Lee. Whoosh, happens at least once an episode. At least it has been. I don't know. Thank you everyone for being here. If you want your name on the list, we're doing it. We've got Shine Bright and Tanya up. If roll call message, please. Hello there. Hello. Yeah. Just taking it easy. And if nobody's jumping out on the chat, I'm going to take a minute to take a drink of water and maybe play that song that I love so much, right? Chanel, you've been hanging out so long. You must be getting to just love that jam. I'm so silly sometimes. We want to give loving and remembrance out to the 8,000 people that were shook the day that Kathmandu shook in Nepal, then April 25th, the Earth Change Day in 2015. 8,000 souls, 8,000 beautiful souls transiting the planet, just like a planet transiting the sign. 8,000 souls come in, they transit the earthly plane of the spiritual experience, and they come and they go, right? Kind of thing. The day the world woke up, the day the earth woke up. If I were to write it, I would call it the day the world woke up. Maybe there's probably already a book called that. Who knows? You're welcome. Okay. Is anybody still here? Are we jamming? Can I end the live stream? Said I was going to keep going, but maybe if nobody's hanging out, that's a long enough of a video. Okay. If anyone's crazy enough to be watching this later all the way till the end, hi, M. Shabazz. Hello, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well. The chat went crickets, and that's okay too. That just means I get time to have a vape and to relax and look at my list. Hope you're well. Welcome to the chat. It just kind of went crickets here, and because we're such a small tribe, there's usually only like a half dozen, but a half dozen of us or four of us hanging out and doing stuff. And I encourage people to do other stuff while they listen to me too, while they're waiting for their readings. And I'm well, thank you. How are you? M. Shabazz, I can read for you because it doesn't sound like Tanya or Shine Bright is here. So if you want me to pull some cards for you, I definitely will. I definitely will. But it's nice just to have yippee, your divine timing. Hi, Safak. It's M. Chavez's turn. All right, and then I'll put you down on the list, Safak. And then depending on the other folks that are left in the room, you could be as close as fourth up. Okay, there's not that many people left hanging around. Okay, the chat went crickets. Chavez, do you have a question? Oh my goodness. Oh, you're so sweet. Hi, Misty. Do you want me to put you on the list? I keep forgetting you're here because the benevolence of which you're like the chandelier above the chat room. You're like the one shining all the light down. Like you're like the chandelier. And sometimes, even as proclaimed and as spiritually waking up as we tend to say we are, sometimes we forget to acknowledge the chandelier in the room, the light in the room, right? Oh, thank you. It's very Eckhart Tolle. Mohammed, how are you, man? Hey, man, you missed your reading early. We skipped over you. You're going on my VIP list, okay? I got a few cats ahead of you. You're very welcome, though. And I hope that when we pull the 5D cards for the group, that you definitely and so some of that is definitely, I feel, meant for you. And thank you so much for that. It is gratitude. The Beastie Boys had a song on, I forget which album. It was one of the newer ones. Can't remember if it was Intergalactic, where they're like, "It's called Gratitude, and that's right." And like MCA, rest in peace, MCA. He'd come out. He's like, "It's called Gratitude, and that's right." And it's so cool. And it also reminds me musically, because I just have this musical tendency about doing these live chats with rest in peace to Jerry Garcia as well, in the Grateful Dead. It's a beautiful gift to keep the channel going, and I thank you. And one day, we were talking earlier about how a couple thousand years from now, there might be like this supercomputer that explodes and parts of it land on the moon, and then it lays there for like another like 4,000 years, and nobody knows it's there until an interstellar race comes and they shine their light beams on it, and they pick up data from this old like 4,000-year-old supercomputer, and what they find is the data of our chat room. And that would be the end of the movie. That would be so cool. That would be neat. Hi, Shine Bright. Can you get it now? Well, I put you on the VIP list, okay? I can get you in as close as fifth, Mohammed, okay? Just because, it was kind of like your name came and went, and then that was it, okay? So, and you had been gone long enough where I couldn't even just pull cards to let you know. So hang out. I've got an extension on my time. I've been gifted an extra 45 minutes, and thank you to Henry Lemongello. Sorry. Thank you, Misty. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Has gifted the channel $25 and has continued to be that chandelier of light in the chat room that keeps it going. Okay, so you think about when you're intuiting things on that side, and when we're living our life in appreciation and gratitude, right? That's it. It is. It's. Somebody was looking for to get their root chakra going. Sungaya was going to go out and do some grounding and run her toes to the grass tonight. And when she was talking, Chanel was like, "Yeah, well, I'm kind of like suffering she wants to get her solar plexus chakra going and get some motivation." Okay. All right, Chavez. Taking care of my 91-year-old mother, and I'm having a long distance relationship with him. Will we live with one another in the future? Let me just go back and check with that. I would like to see if moving with my love right now is a good idea. Yeah, definitely. Great question. Thank you. Thank you for hammering it in there. It helps tarot and it helps me as a reader. So end over end, it feels good. I'm cutting your card now, Chavez. So when we wake up in appreciation, all our chakras are moving. And I wish you all the best in peace, prosperity, abundance, joy, and benevolence in your journey through the Zen garden, on your path, on your destiny. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, to Chavez and the rest of the room. Our reversal on the Five of Pentacles. Resources will be favored. I feel that you have the ability. I feel that you, through proper planning, have already seen a method to making this work right now if you want it. The concern here is more of a moral or an ethical timing. It's not appreciation. It's not a question of can you do it. It's a matter of should you do it. And you put it very correctly. Is it a good time? So should, right? That sort of thing. Now, I can't tell you how to live your life. I can't tell you the ethics of why you should do what you want to do. Those have to be your own discoveries, shine your own light. Because the Five of Pentacles is about the inner light. Okay? It's one of the most spiritual cards in tarot, yet people read it as the material or lack mentality. Okay? But it is actually because this is about how the inner light shines. And if it's pervading through, if it's pushing through, right? And if the golden light healing is there for you, and you'll feel it, you've been connected with your mama all your life. So this is something that you're going to know instinctively when the timing is right. So if it instinctively doesn't feel right, you're not going to go. And that's just kind of the long and short of it. That's the overall. I'm going to pull 3 more for you. Maybe we can find why, but that's just what that card says. Okay. Yeah, right. What could you create if you were left feeling empty inside as a result of a decision that you made where you had to sacrifice too much? There's not much you could or would be able to, right? Chavez, and it just kind of has that feeling about it because you are a caring person. You are mastered in your own emotions, and you are, I feel, I'm the master of my sea, right? I forget how that song goes. I shouldn't sing the ones that are too far out of my wheelhouse. But the King of Cups here, a master of emotions. And I think that if you hold steadfast and true to your standards, you are going to be able to give both your lover and your mother and share the most love with both partners. So it is going to happen. You will receive love. This person is not going to cut you out of their life. Reversal on a Queen of Swords. If you don't come now, it's nothing to fear. This person has respect and admiration. There's a mutual respect that exists between you and your lover. And I don't think they're going to go too far too fast. They're going to be very discerning. You're going to have to keep the relationship alive through like Skype and face chat, all that. But it's almost like your lover is respecting what you're doing. And the absence in this particular situationship is making the love grow stronger. The distance, the absence is making the hearts grow fonder, or the heart energy is growing. It's welling up. It's getting windy in there, right? It's really mixing it up. Okay, respects that in you. He respects. So that's a keeper. But your mom knew that you were a keeper, and you know that you are doing the right thing. Okay, and I think that right now is not a good time. It'll innately happen, but and when it happens, it's going to be like your inner light is showing you the place of sanctity, your sanctuary, of when it's okay to finally just be like, I release, I let go. And it might not be that, it's not that easy. There's going to be all kinds of cups and emotions coming out. King of Cups is there. Just wait for my soul. Like you have a lot to go through emotionally before that day. Aw, you just opened my heart, M. Shavaz. You did. Because I felt the heart. And it's Heart Chakra Thursday, right? We're in the gym and we're pumping out the heart chakra. Some people have leg day, right? I have Heart Chakra Thursday. I'm glad we felt so connected there in that moment. Namaste, M. Chavez. It's just Shavasté, right? Hi. You can cry. It's okay. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Everyone give M. Chavez a big hug, okay? Give him a big hug there, okay? I haven't heard that song in a long time. Yeah, I know. Thank you. No, thank you for being a part of the program, and being a part of our love tribe. If you need somebody, if you need us to keep your dog company, or you want to turn us on and become a part of our chat, M. Chavez, by all means, jump in the chat room when you see us live. And the readings are free. I just told you they're not free because you're doing the intuiting on your side, on your end. So you guys are actually doing a lot of the work. And unfortunately, if you need to have a little cry there, that's all the homework I'm going to give you, Chavez, is to go through the emotional release, because it'll help you reset, right, in your determination. Crying always does that. When you're done the crying, when you're done the ice cream, then you're always given that point of reset, okay, which is good. Yeah, thanks, Misty. Woo woo. If I was driving an 18-wheeler right now, I'd be on the air horn. Right? That's kind of shine bright. You're next. You're next, pal. I was wondering if you were going to stay awake, but if you want your reading, you can have it now, Shine Bright. Thank you. Thank you for joining, being a part of the program tonight. This is the Legends of Tarot for Taurus season. April the 25th, it's a Heart Chakra Thursday. We're remembering the people of Kathmandu. And it was a little bit outside of Kathmandu. 2015, so that's 3 years ago now, right? Yeah, so, all right. Hi, and Tonga and the farmers. That's right. And we're still in that energy. We're able to feel so nicely connected with Gaia. It's got that feeling, like when Ferdinand the Bull steps on a few flowers, it's like, dang, we're Gaia's flowers. We're the expression of the universe. We're the flowers. It hurts when some of those flowers get stepped on. And it hurts even more sometimes when some of those flowers aren't getting enough water and they slowly wilt away. Maybe Ferdinand doesn't even he steps on them for good because maybe they were struggling and they needed another new restart at a new place in Gaia, right? You're a superstar. That's what you are. How's that? That was an old pop jam with ODB. You're a ghetto superstar. That is what you are. Oh, wow, that one came in. That was a weird one to come in. I just remember, who was it? Can't remember. It was ODB and I can't remember the female singer's name in that duet. Anyways, hello everyone. Okay, we've got some names down. We're getting Shine Bright's energies into the card. Do you have a question, Shine Bright, or would you like just like a general? Do you just want the general to do its thing? Then we can. I think we're going to do the same ritual as last night. So for the people on the list, if the live stream runs out of time, we'll just pull like the quickie card to get you on the VIP list. Is a Leo in my life afraid to communicate? Yeah, interesting. They don't seem afraid, do they? They seem so confident sometimes. They seem so like the big swinging Richard going on there. I'm the man. I'm the lion. I'm the hear me roar, right? Kind of thing. But really, like, they can do a lot of talking and really not say much. Sometimes you're left feeling unfulfilled to be like, and remember, and as listening, being a part of community. That's just what Leo is dealing with some stuff right now. I'm not particularly judging him for being a Leo and saying he's acting. Leo is going through some stuff right now. Okay. Looking a lot quiet, right? Okay. Yeah. Afraid to communicate. Okay. Might be some skeletons in the closet for him too right now. Opening up could be very difficult because there might have been some tumultuous things going on in the past that aren't quite finished yet. But let's look and see what Tarot has to say. If the Leo in Shine Bright's life is afraid to communicate, listening, speaking, watching, observing, being seen, expressing, these are all the forms of communication. Is he afraid what? It didn't want to settle down. I don't know if it makes sense that there's a third-party situation, okay? Shine Bright, or if there's somebody else there. the Leo in your life, it might not be a point where there's an understanding of mutual exclusivity to this relationship, or it might be something where you're still on the periphery of each other's radars, right? Blip, blip. I see you seeing me. I notice you noticing me. Okay. I can you catch my eye on the corner of the room too, all right? Or I've heard it at the water cooler or the grapevine, how you feel, or what you're interested in, right? Motivation and intention. But if there's something, I wonder if maybe he's married and hasn't finalized the divorce yet, or perhaps there's somebody that he's with, or if there are children in this. There's a third party or a third focus dividing the ability to connect, and the ability to connect is the communication.